get a news update, my brother Tunto Spoon. You want to know what is happening, my brother Tunto Spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just Tunto Spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. If you eat Cape Town, congratulate my brother Tunto Spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. You wanna get a news update, Tunto Spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you got today?
So there is a scene of happening here at the Rabos International Airport. The military has been overwhelmed by
To be honest with you, for the past years, the great people of Grand Juda County, the problem with road ban is serious impediment for my people. And thank you for the kind of question. Now, all of you, the legislative reporters, I will see you put them to walk in my office this afternoon to come and ask me to tell you for the past 6 months, I've been feeling about the government and the road condition back home. For the past years, 6 to 7 years, my dear friends, to be frank with you, what I'm going to say here now, you can go and do your own research. You don't need visa to go in the southeast or to go to Grand Juda. As you speak, years back, this time around July, today being July 17, in Liberia, rain season, to get come from Grand Juda, you need weeks in a month to reach to Monrovia, or to even go to get to Nima Ganta, in Nero County, to Grand Juda, to get to River G. So not easy. So grateful to this government. We will take this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to His Excellency President Joseph Yima Boyka Sr. for the kind of hard work, the kind of concern and ensure the great people of Grand Juda County. Today, a son or daughter or father or mother can drive on Grand Juda in commercial car and dress in your white suit, and you'll reach to Monrovia in 6 to 7 hours in commercial car. If you have a private car, I tell you, it takes about 6 hours to 6.5 hours to be in Grand Juda. Any part of Grand Juda you want to go, more especially in Red Road, the county capital. The last time when I asked my oldest brother to go and visit our relatives in Africa, I gave him 2 of my cars. And he took from my house to Avoran border, Town border, from Monrovia straight there. It took him 4 hours 45 minutes. That was in June, rain season. And now today being the 17th of July, as you speak, the road still remains the same, the maintenance. I don't understand regular matter. The Minister of Public Works and the Deputy Minister for Technical Services, Praise the Tama, that put into place that the people in Grand Juda County, today, they can drive from Grand Juda to Monrovia. They can drive from Zredru straight to Monrovia. They can drive from Zredru straight to Yekepa, Sanipoli, River G. So we are grateful to this government. And being the people's senator, we should speak the fact, we should speak the truth. And I'm a traditional person. I grew in the interior, and now our country get a parable. Now, if you did something for me or for any of my relatives, telling you thank you, that will motivate you more to do another thing for another family person, another friend. So when the government is doing this, we've been suffering for years. For years. Road ban our impediment in the southeast, more especially we are from Grand Juda County. Today, a car can leave from Monrovia now after 2. I can give you one of my cars and go to Grand Juda now. By 7 p.m. you'll be able to call to stay on bike. 5 to 6 years, 7 years ago, that never happened. Just for example, to tell you about the road condition, you know roads bring development. When there's no better road, the business will take advantage of our citizens, because you will not buy your frozen food from Ganta, from Monrovia to Zredru, and spend 2 to 3 days in a month, and definitely the marketeers, they are losing. Those are in the frozen food business, the chicken feed and the fish, and you need them. But today the marketeers in Grand Juda, in Zredru, in Totan, in Tuzo, in Zaistan, in Giant Zone, in Pujandi, they are happy today that the market can reach the market ground on time. The frozen food can reach the market on time. The consumer, they are very happy with the situation today with our road, because the consumer, those days, they eat rotten food. The people of Grand Gila County, I can say the southeastern region. But for the past 6 months, the method that the Deputy Minister for Technical Services and Public Works, the Minister, all the people that they put in place from Public Works, including the Minister himself and the President. During the elections, when the President spoke about there will be no bar road under administration the first 100 days, we talking about fun. We that from the opposition. We talk about fun. We feel our campaign speech. But today, we are seeing the reality, so it needs to be talked about. Today, in Grand Gila, few months ago, from 2023 back, rain season, bag of rice that cost less than 3,000 in Monrovia, in Grand Gila, that kind of time in July, today being July 17, you talk about $8,000 to $9,000 bag of rice. Today, as we speak, for anybody in Grand Gila, bag of rice is still with me 3,800, and in Monrovia is 3,000 a change, 3,005. I guess so. But in Grand Gila, now in July 2024, bag of rice price dropped from 10,000 in rain season now to 3,800. Just $300 Liberian different from Monrovia and people in Grand Gila. So the government need to be appreciated. When it comes to gasoline, this time, July, in Grand Gila, I'm not talking about the entire southeastern region, because we are politicians. Other people want to play politics with it. So I'm not speaking about the southeast. I'm speaking of Grand Gila County, where my people are benefiting for the past 4 to 5 months to reach to July 17 today. This thing need to be talked about. Gasoline in July from 2023 back in rain season, gasoline talk about $3,000 for a gallon. Today is $900 Liberian still in July, because the maintenance of the road. Transportation from Zredru on motorbike those days to Ganta, to our sister capital city called Ganta in Nima County. Our sister county capital, commercial capital, Ganta. From Zredru to Ganta, it used to be 10,000 to 12,000 on motorbike. Today, at 17, 2024, it has dropped significantly to 3,000 on motorbike because the maintenance of the road. So the government need to be appreciated. So I'm taking this time to also appreciate my colleagues, most especially the pro tem of the Liberian Senate, Senator Nyoble Kanga Lawrence, and the Committee on Public Works, Chairman
Okay, indeed, Spoon is going to tell you what's happening in Liberia. Spoon will tell you what's happening at the ministries, the agencies. Spoon will give you all the breaking news, the updates you need to receive. The happenings in Liberia, Spoon will give you all of those updates. Critical analysis from the diverse panel here every night. The Spoon does just that for you. It brings you face to face with the newsmakers. And it's a great thing to welcome you tonight to another edition of the Late Night Show on Spoon, the Late Night Politics. I want to welcome all of you for joining, all of you who have joined us tonight. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. It's going to be a great show tonight. Fascinating edition of the Late Night Show coming up. Today is Friday, or let's make it Saturday. Yes, here in Monrovia. In other parts of the world, it's still Friday. But I want to welcome everyone. Kindly share the program as you come on tonight. Let's have a great show. A lot to talk about. Too many things happening in the country. And this is where we bring the issues to you as they are, and we make analysis on those issues, avoid of fear, of favor, and in a very objective manner. We bring you those analyses here every single day. So welcome to the show. Let's hope we can have a great interaction tonight. I want to welcome a few of you joining us tonight here. I see Richard Rabbit is here. Thank you for joining us, Richard. Lawrence Nangbe has joined us. Omaru Bari is here. Thank you for being here tonight. Alaska Peters, Alaska Peters, thanks for joining us. I see so many. Kindly share the program as you come on tonight. It's going to be a great conversation. Regina Chi Tape, thanks for being here tonight. I see Netherlands Weir, thanks for joining us. Elijah Harris is here tonight. Let me welcome all of you. Raymond, that's Waymond ST. Wow, it's moving so fast. I see Eric McGill is here tonight. Mr. McGill, thanks for joining us. Yes, now it's moving so fast. All of you, man, thanks for joining us tonight. Samuel, I see Robert, and I see Lasana is here as well. God is with us. Darlington, thanks to all of you. Yes, kindly share the program. Please share the show on your Facebook pages, on YouTube. Give the program a thumbs up. Let's have a great show. A lot is going on in Liberia. As usual, we're gonna bring the show to you. Yes. I see Raymond is here. Mobile is driving home so fast to join us. Mobile, you have to take safety and all of that into consideration. But just know that we can bring you on while you're driving. We appreciate the fact that you're in the background tonight. Let me bring Mr. Raymond Zeze. Raymond has joined us, the only man with a microphone on the other side. A whole setup. Now he's putting on his headphones. So just look at what I'm talking about. Yes. But Raymond, thanks for joining us tonight, man. It's good to have you on. You are muted, Raymond.
Always, it's a pleasure being here discussing the issue that affects all of us, our national discourse, to be a part of it. I'm grateful.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us tonight, Raymond. Again, I'm hearing myself somehow. I just hope you can make some adjustment to your piece. Yes. Maybe if there's a gadget, if there's something else playing in the background, you could just lower the volume of that so we can have a great conversation tonight. And I see Officer Johnson is joining us tonight as well. Officer Johnson hasn't been here for a very long time, and I'm glad he can join us tonight. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight.
Been forever. Hey, hi Nelson.
Did you change the name or what? I see Ish Jos.
No.
Jos.
I came through YouTube, so sorry.
So that's a YouTube handle.
Let me go off and come back if you want.
No, you don't have to go off.
Okay.
It can be edited from here though.
Okay, yeah, just put my name there, Hans Johnson.
You can do your edit from here, but it's gonna cost a lot.
Oh,
it's gonna require consultancy fee and all of that.
Really?
Because it's a tough thing to do here. Leave everything I'm doing just to. I think Raymond will agree with me, right? Raymond, it's gonna cost.
So,
but there's nothing that he can afford, though.
Why?
Oh yeah. You
because you are a big potato.
Yeah,
it's not going to be anything he can afford.
I think the last time was on was after the elections.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah. So, do you still hear the feedback?
No, not at all. It's settled now, and I think we're good to go. I think.
Well, Hans, it's good to have you back, bro.
Thank you, man. I hope to be regular, but I doubt. Out of this
computing interest, right?
Man, I would tell you, I would explain to because I've been getting folks asking me what happened, and I would tell you when my time comes to say what's on my mind.
Okay. Yeah, man. But it's a good thing that you're here tonight. We appreciate the fact that you can join us.
Thank you.
We have a great conversation. Yes. So let's do our opening. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and do that. But let me welcome the man who came to Liberia. You know, Moba came here, he couldn't make it. Uh, every time Moba promised that he was coming to studio to join the show, he didn't make it. And then Sheikh came to Liberia. As to speak, Sheikh is in Liberia, he didn't make it. Ture came, same thing, he didn't make it. But Sandy was the only guy, man. Though he slept behind the computer in studio here many days, but he finally made it. I want to welcome you to the show, man. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. How you guys doing?
Good. Hi, Sandy.
Officer,
Yes.
who is under arrest?
Nobody.
It's good to have you, man.
Thank you.
It's been a long time.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a long
Yes, sir. Raymond,
Yes, sir, Chief.
how are you doing? Pastor Ray.
Trying to be good, my man.
trying to be good.
Pastor Ray. Pastor Ray.
Trying to be good. Yeah.
Long time,
It
yeah.
is written. Nelson, that's how they make us start. It is written.
Yes.
You know, I think Mikey did a good job leaving Raymond in her place with the whole using scripture to deal with the issues and the individuals you want to deal with. You
Thank
know,
you.
and I remember Maggie will have some issues with Josh, and she really want to grab this guy. And then she will search in the entire Bible, the place that talks about. I don't want to use the word, but it's good to be here tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. Kindly share the program as you come on, and yeah.
Nelson, the good book says, in all your
God.
ways, acknowledge the
go.
Lord, and he will direct your path.
There we go.
Raymond
There
was
you go.
jelly. Let
One
get jelly.
Acknowledge the Lord when you want to deal with someone.
In
Let
all
Dennis
your
get
ways,
it.
Nelson, in all your ways, acknowledge the Lord, and he will direct your path.
Yeah,
And he will give you good success.
That's a great one. That is a great one. So let's hope we can start the show now. We're gone about 30 minutes into it, but it's a good thing to be here tonight. You know, usually we'll come up here, Liberians, wait eagerly for this moment where we can come to talk about the country, to talk about the happenings across the country, to make analysis, and spice it up with a little bit of fun as well. You know, and it's a full package right here, and it's a great thing that we can be on. Send in my roof in the comment section to know. So let's do our opening. Let's do our opening. Let's start with you, Raymond. Yeah, 1 minute, and then we can go around the table.
So today I saw a video of the Bapolu Road, and I was impressed. That's the road Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf started, but we know during the period of the 6 years and all of the other challenges that came along with it, it was not a very comfortable road to drive on. But today I saw the video footage of one of the journalists from Liberia rode on that road. And Sandy is the same description of the road you said. A small vehicle. I did not find pop holes, even though it's a rainy season, it's ice roads. And that's impressive. I also saw the president doing the ribbon cutting for 20 vehicles to the police, 3 Caterpillar engines generator, and a fire truck. All based on gentleman's agreement with no cost to the Liberian people. That's the kind of gentleman agreement we encourage. We want to ask our president to go out there. We are a least developed country, 5th on the poverty list. Our resources have been misused and corrupted in the past. And we have suffered. The ordinary people have suffered. So if we got friends, whoever we are, And we're able to have gentleman agreement with those friends to donate to our country. Our suffering people, our struggling people that cannot afford a single square meal. People who live on less than $1 a day. People who haven't gotten a job. There are some people in their 20s, they haven't gotten a job in their life and in their country, and they are expected to raise a family. Those are the kind of people that concerns me. And these are the reality of our time. This is our story. This is our truth. So anything that can change these people's life in the positive is welcome. Whether it's gentleman's agreement, is welcome. Thank you.
Wow. You know, this is interesting. It's gonna get very interesting tonight. Kindly share the program, folks. You know, and let's move to Cindy. Cindy, what's on your mind? Your opening.
Nelson, sorry, I was trying to get myself off mute. It's good to be on the show tonight. And Raymond, yes, I saw the video as well where the president was, the 20 vehicles, right? The police vehicles were being given.
20 police vehicles.
Yeah, I think that's a plus to the Liberian National Police. I want to celebrate that as well. I will hope that those also considering, giving vehicles to our national police or security sector will start to think about, like the pickup trucks and stuff like that now. So those guys can also reach to the counties, because the vehicles I saw today, they are just city vehicles. I mean, I commend it. I really do.
No, but Cindy, if you drove your vehicle,
Nelson.
no, Cindy, you're about to get caught up here. You're about to get caught up somewhere here, and that's where I'm coming from. And I want the Liberian people to get the clarity from you. You drove your Nissan, right? Nissan Cruise.
Chevy Cruise.
Chevy Cruise. From here all the way to Boson Jotown in Grand Chile.
Boson Jotown, those Redru.
Yeah, to Zwedru, right?
Yeah.
You drove that small car from here to Zwedru. But you are saying the police cars are not for those parts of the country. No, Cindy, did you really drive that car to did you really take that car to Zwedru?
In the rainy season. Nelson, you want to emphasize in the rainy season.
In the rainy season too.
Yeah.
But I drove it on Buakas Road. They are driving on Wias Road.
How you doing, guys?
That's another story.
Francis, welcome to the show.
Oh no, let me be serious, Nelson. Yeah, Francis, welcome. Let me be serious. Look, again, I don't want to sound ungrateful. I really appreciate that folks are thinking about police, giving them the necessary, stuff that they need to patrol around. It's important that we commend it. But, can those vehicles go to the deep part of Grand Jita, the deep part of Grand Bassar? I mean, without getting any damage, how often can you carry them there? How often can I carry my Chevy Cruise on a Grand Jita road? I can't do it a lot, right? So I'm just asking for more. I mean, I appreciate what is being given. I'm asking for more. I'm saying give them pickup trucks, so they can, balance it out, right? But I want to, my time here, to open up tonight, I want to also celebrate our Liberian who we all heard about, saw in the news, Brother Abner Yoni, who a few months ago flew across the Atlantic Ocean alone on a small aircraft. He's a Liberian, he's a crown brother. He did that thing. When I'm on a plane with, hundreds of people, I can be scared. So for one guy to do it by himself, I know this is an old story, but I bring it up tonight.
No, that's my personal friend, Amla Youngley from Maryland.
Yeah, so I brought it up tonight because the president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Yimon Boakai, bestowed upon the brother the highest award in the country, the highest honor in the country. And I think folks that Abner Yoni, with his knowledge in aviation, should be utilized to kind of help the Liberia aviation sector. We want to start flying Air Liberia, not the cake one. We want to start flying Air Liberia. I'm tired just flying Kenya Air, Rwanda Air, Ethiopia Air. I want to fly Air LIB or Air Liberia. Where when I'm on a plane, they will even speak Bassa to welcome me. Because when you get on a Kenya Airway, they speak their language. They give you their food. When we are getting on Air Liberia, to eat tobogi on a plane and be welcome in Bassa. So hopefully, folks, Abner Yoni can be utilized in that space. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's get you coming on. Officer Johnson, do your opening, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks, Nelson. And I see people in the box calling me Jackson. I'm not Ashon Jackson. I'm Officer Johnson. I'm Heist Johnson. But you guys call me Officer Johnson. But thank you. I appreciate it. But they been talking quickly. They been talking about eating tobogi on the plane. My man, I want national radio yet.
Right now, on Air Rwanda Air, they give you, sorry, officer.
Every come working home, tobogi, brother.
Now you already know that one.
So I was going to Germany. I will tell you that story later on. But anyway, thank you. It's been nice coming back. I hope to make some appearances on the show because it's been ready tough, since the election here in Liberia, and it just lapsed over to us and my schedules. Nelson, you and I talk, Raymond and I talk, like I barely get sleep. Like I only got 1 day, so I've worked for 15 days straight last week. Up to this, my first day off. So it's been rough. I work in a city where there is protests every day.
More hour, more money.
I don't know what you're talking about. I work in a city where there's protests every day. And with elections in America, you all know the situation right now. To take you back to January 6, 2021, it was a rough time for some of us who serving in the force in America in DC. So with the crime, the city crime, the protests, the election and everything, it's been really rough. I miss you guys, to the folks out there who've been seeing me. I went to a funeral, my friend's funeral, and people were like, oh, I like this show got people famous. So I didn't know that, but I want to say thank you to the Spoon family and to the listeners, to the viewers out there. Thank you guys for giving us the time. On the road thing, I will stress later on, but I want to say I appreciate my friend and brother, my childhood friend, Gregory Coleman, Commissioner IG for LMP. So far, we are seeing in 6, 7, 8 months, we are seeing great progress with the LMP uniforms cars. But Sandy was right. Eventually, I know those cars are city cars. And I'm impressed that Sandy drove his Cruze, because Chevy Cruze used to be our patrol cars, but we don't use Chevy Cruze no more. Those cars are strong. He drove it a Grand G there. But I want to believe that the IG they would have pickup trucks for the highways and other counties. But right now, I want to believe those cars are for the city. But thank you again, Nelson, for having me on. And thanks to the folks that happy to see me back. And I hope to be back often.
Okay. Thank you very much, Officer Johnson. Francis, and then we can take more about.
Yeah, guys, good morning to our folks in Liberia. Good evening. It's good to be here again. Liberia, every day there's something going on, but just on a positive note, I happened to catch a glimpse of Spoon business talk and show today. And the lady that producing those ginger drinks of over 20 flavors, Liberian lady, kudos to her. I believe she's from Atlanta, Georgia or somewhere, but kudos to her. I hope everybody, we can all support her, and hopefully she can find a way to be able to preserve her ginger, wherein she can be able to ship it outside of Liberia to other places, and we want to encourage everybody, Liberians, to support Liberians. Back in the day, growing up, we'll see a Fula man will come from Guinea, and he would sit out, his wife would sit outside his brother's shop with a table with a market. Then he himself would get his on his neck and he would walk around. And before you know it, 6 months go by like this, he got his own shop and stuff like that. Before you know it, other people come from Guinea, they get their own shop. They both support each other. Liberians, we should learn to support each other. Businesses, we should have constructive jealousy
instead of destructive jealousy, because that's what most of us have in our country, especially when it comes to our fellow Liberian. If it's a non-Liberian, we will praise them and support them, but our fellow Liberian will kind of want to see them down just like us. No, lift your fellow Liberian up, because what happens is when business is booming in a country, especially if Liberians businesses are booming, the money stays in Liberia. But when foreign national comes to our country and becomes successful, the money doesn't stay in Liberia. So that's part of the problem. So let's try to support each other. You know, if somebody has an idea for business, let the person do it. You know, over here, you can find McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, all of them next to each other. They all sell fast food, right? But those businesses, because each of them have their own specialty, they can all coexist there for decades. When one person say color here, you can't say color here. They say, oh, that person here. Change the flavor of your color recipe. Change your recipe to make it different from our recipe. But let us sell our color if that's what we want to sell, and let's support each other. But it's good to be here tonight. Let's talk about Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me do my opening. What? Yes, my man, long time, my man. Long time. Welcome back, brother. Long time.
Thank you.
You know, I've been wondering, I said, I can see my brother, but anyway, we're talking behind the scene. But you know, I want to appreciate all our listeners on Facebook, YouTube, on Radio Land. You know, you guys are great. Yeah, you guys, we are here, we are nothing. Yes, I will always appreciate you guys. But let me go to what on my mind tonight. Probably there's a lot on my mind, but I will just go with the Apple issues. You know, for the past 6 years, we've been facing a lot of challenges when it comes to the Apple issues. We know some point in time, we can remember, we all here, and even Liberians who own our voices can remember, plane were coming and they turned around, went back to Severlium due to the electricity faults. But today we can see JMB, taking, that's why I always tell people when we're talking on the phone, I say there's a lot of changes will come. We understand. Whenever you get government, it's not one person. You got a lot of people. People will make fault. People will do a lot of things. Error will happen. But it will not be like to say the way it happened, for the past 6 years, rather. It will not happen like the way it happened on all regime. JMB regime, error will happen. But look at what he's doing. He do a lot of good stuff that will benefit the Liberian people. Look at the airport today. He was able to contribute 2 generators, right? 2 generators. And those generators can serve in a very large capacity. And you're able to also donate what we call the fire truck. In case of, I can remember, no fire truck to the airport. If I can remember, no fire truck. And last night I said it here. And today, Gregor Coleman, he investigated me. He said, armed forces have been deployed to that identical place, to the airport for a very long time. And he said it. And I said it yesterday, and other people never listened to me. They were like, I said, no. People been there. AFL been to that place. Make sure the airport is well safe and secure for Liberians and other people. And people were here. I can remember my brother Anthony came after me. He said, Allah, blah, blah, blah. But end of the day, I think Gregor Coleman laid the right way we all wanted it to be. And I can say tonight, and without regret, JMB will be one of the best presidents of the Republic of Liberia, because the way he proceeding, we all understand that move politics, because people will come here and say things, like, you know what the Babe doing, the Babe did. But you get one evidence on that man that he corrupt. I challenge anybody that was doing the campaign, we challenge them, but they now bring document on the saying with their more. But today, we can tell you, we can bring document that the former president, John Mahama government, was one of the most corrupt government in the history of Liberia, because documents are flowing all around. We see a lot of government entities, people taking a huge amount of money without trace, and without evidence, without receipt that they use the money in various entities. We have seen it. We get document to it. It's all on social media. But I will close by saying to my Liberian people, You shouldn't listen to people who don't want to destroy your country. You're listening to people who want to bring changes, who want to change the lives of Liberians. When I listen to the Honorable Gregor Koma, the RG Gregor Koma, he make a lot of sense when it comes to the Justice Department. Let us work along with the Liberian police and also obey the law. We shouldn't violate and let us focus only on Liberia, not on political party. Vasco, go ahead.
Thank you, guys. Let me say hi to you people and hi to our listeners and those that are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and other platforms. So I want to open like this. What on my mind is today there was a press conference. I don't know if we'll have it on the plate. There was a press conference from the judiciary, most especially the head of that branch had a press conference this morning. And that is so shocking because we have never experienced anything like that before. And the Chief Justice is threatening that they're going to take a serious action. And that action it will lead us to the shutdown of the government. Because whatsoever that was taken from them when it comes to their budget, they need to put it right back. So that is a form of corruption and stealing. Because when the draft budgets come out, people are going to put in there what they want. And then when the president signs all these things, just for them to notice that there is a big cut in their budget, not in the executive, not in the legislature or legislative branch, but just the judiciary. So, I mean, they had a serious press conference, and we need to look at that. And I feel that another thing again is this issue. This government is at the verge of damaging our country. Because today we saw, I don't know, 20 cars or how many cars that were donated by a single individual.
Thank you, Vasco. Thank Vasco. You've exhausted the time. You want to enter into our talking point. I just want to hold you there. Okay. Let's start the show. Let's get into the conversation tonight.
No problem.
It's gonna be very interesting. And trust me, we'll not be here long, but we hope to make the most of the time we have to be here. But you're right, and you are just going into it, and interestingly, this is one of the things that happened today. Yes, the judiciary situation you mentioned. This is something we've been talking about. Just that it has gotten to that point now where, they're going into the press and all of that. But the issue with the judiciary budget is something that is concerning. And they said they've applied all of the energy.
Mm-hmm.
They've exhausted all other means. Any other thing where you can think of by which they should have addressed this issue, but to no avail. Even at the early stage of the budget period, when the debates were still going on, when conversations about what to allot to this branch of government, what to allot to this ministry, the agencies, and all of that, they said they started the conversation. They met with the executive branch of government. They met with the legislature. Talking about the judiciary now. Look, this thing about our budget, you guys need to do something about it. What is being projected from the Ministry of Finance is just infinitesimal, or a drop in the ocean when it comes to what is required to get us fully functioning as the judiciary branch of government. Around 17 to 20 million. No, it's small. The legislature is going with over 50, 60 million. The judiciary is taking the lion's share. The executive is taking the lion's share of the budget. It's small. The judiciary said we're not stepchild. We are three equal branches of government, but to no avail. So what is happening? The judiciary is now raising concern, and that's something very interesting. But on the flip side, we've seen something very unprecedented today again. Some people say this is good, this is laudable, this is a very good start for this administration. Why others are criticizing this very happening today? Today, the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency, President Joseph Yuma Boakai, he did three things today. Number one, he commissioned 3 giant-sized generators. 3 giant-sized generators at the airport, the Rabat International Airport. Those generators, according to the president, are intended to address the continuous power situation at the airport, so that when I experience a situation we saw in time past, where plane will be coming to land the country, they say no current, then the plane go back to Sierra Leone and go land. So 1,250 kVA generator was commissioned today, and this is one of the very important things the president did. And you're talking about the fire truck as well for the airport to address fire situation in case of an outbreak. And then the big one that a lot of people are talking about, where the concerns are coming from now, has to do with the 20 brand new Japanese-made police vehicles that were being dedicated to the Liberia National Police today, turned over for use to the Liberia National Police to enhance their work. And I know whenever these things happen, people will raise a lot of concerns. And the next thing that people are talking about is, and this is interesting, 20. No, I don't just want to be talking about this thing. For the sake of the people that are watching the show, let me be putting something up as I'm talking about it, because this show is going to be very interesting tonight. Kindly share the program as you come on. Let's have a great conversation here tonight. Good thing is that the police IG was on. He spent a very good time here. Yes, he talked about a whole lot. It was a very great conversation. Cam show that was here today. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Okay, all of the images are loading. For the people that are just joining the show, share the program as you come on. These vehicles you see right on the screen, 20 brand new of these police vehicles, 20 pieces, not one, not two. If you decided to give one to each county, all 15 counties will have, and you still have 5 more remaining. 20 brand new police vehicles. And you also have what? The generator, another great one, turned over today for use at the RIA to address the power situation. And then you have the fire truck, brand new fire truck, Liberia Airport Authority, Rabat International Airport. You see right before us there. Brand new fire truck. The last only where you'll be running, then you say 2-day breakdown, because no, brand new. Brand new. The president did all of these things we're talking about in just one day. Vasco, one day, the president did all of those things. But I want us to talk about this. Where it gets interesting is, I want you to take a look at this photo on the screen. Hope I can get a better one. Okay, this one. So the next thing is, there are concerns. The photo right on the screen, I hope all of you guys can see it. There are concerns. People then begin to ask the question as to what's happening. Okay, the yellow machine, we know that gentleman agreement. The yellow machine, we still get some question about it. They take a brand new police vehicle. We happy for it too.
20.
But who brought the 20 vehicles? Who gave the 20 vehicles to the government of Liberia? Under what condition? Under what arrangement did the individual give the how do you call it? The 20 brand new police vehicles. You see this? You see right on the screen there. And if you zoom on that photo on the screen that you're looking at right now, closer, now you see the police IG holding portion of the key. You see the president holding portion of the key. This is interesting. And then you have engineers and planning. Ibrahim Mahama, CEO. Mr. Mahama is the brother of ex-Ghanaian president. Mr. Mahama happens to be a very good friend of the vice president. I'm just trying to give a background. That photo you see right on the screen, the friend of the vice president is the CEO of this company.
Absolutely.
This is the VP friend who gave him the ride when he was on his way to what's his name? Morocco. He made a brief stop in Ghana, and a lot of people were asking questions. Oh, what's happening? Who carry? How can the vice president riding private jet? How is he going on a private jet? But this is a friend of the vice president. Look, they are friends. They are they are too close to the point where he says, look, I want to help your country. I want to make sure that this government, that you're the second most powerful person in, that this government succeeds. So look, forget about it playing thing on here. I mean, I'm going Cinco, and you're going that same route, and you, my friend, I said, oh man, let me get you lift. 20 brand new vehicles, Mr. Mahama gave willingly, no string attached. He said he didn't want anything back. He gave it as a way of helping. And I want to quote what he said. So I want to quote him. Let me see if I can quote him here. He said, we are dedicated. This is Mr. Mahama saying, speaking now. We are dedicated to aiding Liberia in any way possible. This man from Ghana. 20 brand new police vehicles. Now, and here's where it gets interesting. We're talking about progress. We're talking about the challenges that the Liberian National Police goes through. We are talking about how urgent it is for the police to be equipped. And I've always shared my experience on this show, how I was driving one evening from ERW Junction. They had a mini checkpoint there, while the police were doing a regular inspection and stuff like that. This guy and his friend, they came from out. He got angry because he felt the police was delaying him. He got down, blasting at the police officer in no time. The guy slapped the police officer, got in his car, pulled up, broke through that checkpoint, and he started going. The police officers at that intersection, ELW Junction, just a few minutes away from us here, those guys did not have a single motorbike to go after that individual. In fact, as all law, a lot of people would say the motorcyclists are, the motorcyclists who were on the scene and saw how demeaning, how denigrating that situation was, it was those motorcyclists who got angry and ran after that driver, crossed in front of him, surrounded him to the point where he couldn't even make a move. It was how they got hold of him. Talking about the challenges that police officers go through and how much of an emergency is attached to this whole thing about, let's say, equipping the police officers. Is this a laudable venture? It's, I mean, at this point, and I know it depends on where you sit, there are others who are saying that, look, our vice president in the first place should not be receiving gifts from anybody. There's a threshold to that. Now it's escaping me. But as per the code of conduct, our officials, there's a limit to what they can receive in gifts. And it was from this background that even President George Weah, when he friend from what's the country?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso or Bongogo, when the man aided him with a private jet, the media went very hard on President George Weah. I remember it was in 2018 or so when he just came to office. Why should the president receive a gift from his president? Though we know, from his friend rather, though we know this man is a businessman. But why is the president receiving gifts from this man? Should we apply that same approach to this situation now? In this case, it is not the vice president taking the gift or whatever, but it is a country. It is the Liberia National Police that's going to benefit from this. And indirectly, Liberians across the 15 counties of this country are going to benefit from this. I mean, let's make some analysis around this, guys. Let's hear your thoughts. I mean, is this laudable or not? Should we be asking the hard questions? Should we beat on the government from the legal background, giving what it should be, or should we prioritize the empowerment of the Liberia National Police over all those critical questions that other people are asking, all behind the halls and around the street corners? I mean, let's start the conversation from here. We saw the yellow machine situation. Now we're not talking about yellow machine. It's about 20 brand new police vehicles. Let's start with you, Cindy, and then we're going to go around the table.
Well, Nelson Colette, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Loud and clear. Okay, look, first, I commend the Liberia president for the fire truck that we saw today at the airport. I think it is needed in case of emergency. I also commend him for the generators. So, I mean, all of that were donated today, and then the 20 vehicles. Look, I don't have problem with the donation for country. I think we need it. I really think we need it. I think that part of the president's responsibility is to go out there and seek help for Liberia. Part of the vice president's responsibility is to go out there and seek help. Similarly to the issue of the yellow machine, what we will want to know if these are just donation. And I think I heard from you where you quoted Mr. Mahama himself saying that these are donations to Liberia. If that is clear that these are actual donations to Liberia, then the information that I wanted is already given. I think the problem I still have with the issue of the yellow machine is that we do not get clear information on it before coming to country. If these are donations to Liberia and there is no hidden agenda, my brother, let us celebrate it. Our police sector need to be well equipped. Nelson, I was in Liberia recently. I was pulled over right by 9th Street there.
Yeah, okay. Lend your thoughts on this one.
Right by 9th Street, if I was President Waka convoy that was coming, and I have my YouTube camera, I have my camera, I'm on YouTube. And I was recording the convoy. Oh, I mean, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to record any president convoy. I was recording it, right? The police guy came, stopped me. He was drunk. I'm not going to call his name. People know him. He pulled me over. And then the guy said, I should put him in my car so he can take me to the police substation. I said, no. I said,
no. Sandy, you mean the police officer asked you, who is arresting, to put you in his car and take you and him to the police station?
So it was so funny. I was in the car with my little brother. My little brother was driving. I was doing the recording. So he came, he said, oh, what I did was wrong. In fact, he was taking me to Central. I said, okay, take me to Central. We were arguing. After arguing, then he said, he should get in my car so he can take me to his police substation, 9th Street. I told the guy, no. So we ended up getting a motorbike. He took somebody's motorbike. We got on the person's motorbike and went on 9th Street. See, it just speaks to you how unequipped our police department is. It's very unfortunate. No police pull you over here and say, let me get in your car. Or in most part of the world, say, let me get in your car. So we need
Cindy, you know, I understand that aspect, you know, and a lot of people are looking at it from that point as well. But I mean, is there any reason why Liberians should be critical? Does this appear too good to sound true? We know business people, individuals who are doing business, their primary objective is profit making.
True.
So a businessman will give you this bottle of water. He tells you, oh, Francis, is for you. Like, okay, take for example, I went to a Lebanese store one day, you know, someone and then the first thing, as soon as we enter the store, the people get us two, what? They say water or soft drink, anyone you want. Very cool. Very, very cool. And it's somewhat hot. So imagine, as soon as we enter, the businessman give us 2 bottles of soft drink, we grab it, we start drinking it. Right there, the man is not telling you, oh, you're supposed to buy from me, but just that gift alone influences your decision if you wanted to purchase as to whether to go to the store where they can give you any water to drink or whether you should buy from the store that already gave you soft drink in for you to drink.
Yeah.
Is there no reason why Liberians should be critical about?
Look, Nelson, I am also concerned about that. It's possible because that's a businessman. The issue of the yellow machine, I said it here too. That guy from South Africa is a businessman. This guy, Muhammad, is a businessman. We know that Muhammad is interested into natural resources like gold, diamond. We know that. That's part of his business, his area. But I also do believe that there are people out there that genuinely want to help Liberia through good leadership. Some of the reasons that people have not been able to come to Liberia is because of the leadership, the type of leadership we have had in the past. So there are people out there that have money and say, look, I want to come in and help Liberia through good leadership. We are here to watch this administration. If Mahama should come tomorrow and we start to find out that Mahama was giving part of Wologizi Mountain, for instance, then we will come here and flag it. But for now, if Mahama and the president is saying that these are gifts for Liberia, kind gestures towards the empowerment of our national police sectors, the airport, and so forth, I want to believe that's the case. I am not naive, though, to not believe that possibly there could be some interest, internal interest that Mahama wants from Liberia. But for now, I will celebrate the vehicle and believe that Mahama just wants to empower the Liberian National Police sectors. And if there are many more Mahamas out there that want to help Liberia, with people, please come to Liberia. We need you. We need you. This time when you come in, bring pickup truck for our police. Don't bring no small cars. Thank you.
Thank you. I want us to take Raymond, and then we're going to take Moba. Raymond, let's hear you on this one.
So, all the Liberians who are concerned about all of the goodwill, this is unprecedented in our governance system to get the executive bringing in such goodwill. What we used to is the executive stealing from us. Like what we just experienced in the past 6 years, where the executive was flying in a private jet while the country never had a plane. Civil servants were not paid, but the executive could fly for 47 plus days out of the country watching football game, but yet there were no drugs at the hospital. So when there's a reverse and a sharp change, people get concerned. That's normal because we used to corruption. We used to our government officials stealing from us. So for them to start giving us gifts, we get suspicious. But in the US that we are, businessmen donate to campaigns. And we practicing democracy from the United States. So our democracy and our governance system is not independent of itself. It's a copycat of these United States. And in these United States, these guys are called donors. They donate huge money to campaigns. They are friends of politicians. In fact, to an extent, there are very few politicians who do not associate or lobby with these guys for financial support. But what we Liberians should be concerned of, that Sandy spoke to, is there a direct link for support to interest? Until we see that and it's clear, let us stop crying wolf. Look, when our government had waiver of the debt that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did, there were corporations and other entities that we own, including government. When they waive our money, why didn't we say, why are they waiving our money? The money that we owe them, do they have interest in us? Why didn't we say when the Chinese built the ministerial complex, why is the Chinese building this ministerial complex for us? Do they have interest in us? Of course they do. Of course they do. All businessmen got interest in expanding their business empire. And if you have something that they want, they will build friendship with you. It's called rapport building. That's normal business practice. Like you rightly said, when you walk into the Lebanese man's store, he offers you soft drink. That's rapport building. He wants you to build interest, but that's advertisement. You think people do advertisement on the radio and everything? They're marketing themselves. They're putting themselves out there. All big corporations donate toward the common good of the society. And that corporation can use that as something you will call a capital to show that they got good standings. They got good image. They support humanitarian gestures.
And this is where it gets
Who
interesting.
do you think donate to the United Nations?
This is where it gets interesting. In the case of President George Weah, he was criticized.
Why was he criticized? Can you put it in context?
He was criticized because the plane that was given by Obongogo, the Burkina Faso businessman, his friend, it was against the law.
Is this against the law?
I'm coming, Raymond. For a president, someone in that capacity, to receive a gift in such a volume from an individual. So, in this case, we know Mr. Mahama is a friend to the vice president. All right? It was a very Mr. Mahama who gave the vice president, who took him to Ghana, when he was on his way to Morocco. And at that time, there were a lot of concerns. So many people raised concern. Oh, how can the vice president, Frank, giving private jet, taking in a private jet and all of that? In fact, some of us even tried to spin it, to paint a picture as the vice president now riding private jet, when in fact those are people who came to rescue. Now it has gotten to a point where it's not about private jet anymore, but it's about 20 police vehicle. Raymond.
So Nelson, that's why I asked you to put it in context. The code of conduct talk about gifts that you will possess and you will own.
Yeah.
It never spoke gift to the nation. In fact, in Article 50 and 57 of our Constitution, the Constitution gave the responsibility to the executive to go out there and negotiate and bring goodwill to the people of Liberia. So that gift is not owned by the vice president, neither the president. So to be comparing the two is deceiving the public that the two resembles. We should be telling the public here that doesn't amount to gift. It doesn't speak to what the code of conduct speaks about. What the code of conduct does not even, it's not a violation for these people to receive gifts, but it has a limitation on what gifts they can receive.
I'm going to pull out that portion of the code of conduct here.
What gifts they can receive. And when they receive those gifts, they got to declare it. And everybody got to know this person gave me this gift. That's makes it illegal or legal. But they are allowed to receive gifts. The fight is diplomacy, that when people at that level interact with other people, there should be exchange of some pleasantries and gifting. So there's nothing wrong with that. So the Liberian people need to understand it, and it's our responsibility to put it in the right context so that we do not deceive our people and they start calling every good thing evil.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Raymond. I want us, and I like the fact that we're not many on set tonight. We're gonna have a great show, folks. If you're just coming on, kind of share the show. Let's, Moba. I really wanted to come to you, but let me skip you a bit. Let me take. Oh, Officer Johnson, you here? Okay. So let's take Officer Johnson now. We take Vasco, then we'll come to you, Moba.
Man, it's sorry. I was hurting just now. I had to go wash my face. Anyways, look, this is where our first branch of government, if
you're coming a bit low.
Okay.
Yeah,
is it better?
Go ahead.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. This is where the work of our first branch of government should take place, instead of having people in doubt. But because the governing body is not functioning in Liberia as supposed to, we have issues. I have nothing against what is happening, but I also like transparency. Raymond has stressed on that because we have seen these things in the past. So it is shocking. It is a cultural shock to see such somebody get gifts. And it's true. There's an old phrase in economics 101. There's no free lunch in economics. So you give me, I want. I give, you want. That's simple. So the first branch of government can call the IG or call whoever that takes care of procurement, sit them down, let them explain a show record to show that this is the certificate of gifts and you're not expecting nothing in return. That would squash it. But our first branch of government is so lazy. All they're after is their pocket and their guts. They don't want to do the work for the Liberian people. That is their job. I'm happy we're here discussing it. Let us educate those people up on the hill, because those are the people that discuss me in Liberia, the people who sit on the hill. I said it before in We Are Government. I will say in Joseph Boca government. The first branch of government is the most useless bunch of people God ever put on this earth. Unity Party or not, I don't care who you are. They should be doing the work of check and balances on these things. If the IG brings something, same thing with a machine, all the things could have been cut short. Bring the people settling down, explain. Let the people have what we call in America a hearing. Let me take you somewhere again. There's a budget between our city and the city council. They have open hearings and they have closed hearings. The open hearing for the citizen to hear what is going on. The closed hearing is sometimes maybe some things Gregory Coleman will say is too technical to state outside. That goes into what you call to committees. But let them do the work for the Liberian people. Then we will not go. Then we won't be going through this argument. But at the same time, it's a good deed. It's good deed to have those cars, because we need those cars for patrols. When they were building those little things in the city, the city government, they made fun, they laugh, all the building, how you call it, man, the checkpoints and stuff like that. But the citizen said that those things were helpful to them. We sat here, we argue amongst ourselves. At the end of the day, the citizen concluded that, look, the police booths are helpful for us. So the same is going to be with the cars. I'm not speaking, again, I met Greg when he took position. I'm not going to
That guy from South Africa is a businessman. This guy, Muhammad, is a businessman. We know that Muhammad.
No, guys. Something is going on here.
That's not me. I'm not going to back.
That's Raymond. Wow. Anyway, go ahead. I just muted him.
I'm not going to back. I was not here for the yellow machine topic, unfortunately, but I'm not going to back my dear friend, if anything goes, I'm sure he's willing to sit in front of the branch of government and explain to them how these things are given and show certificate of gifts. But we have to be very careful too on receiving gifts from outsiders, because we're not receiving gifts from rich Liberians, we're receiving gifts from foreigners. So these things trickle down and it bothers people. They are code laws. I know Raymond is stating the code. They haven't reached that level, but I think 20 vehicles is a lot, for someone to give so free. But I want to believe that man means well. But I also want to also have, and I also urge the government, which is the people on the hill, to sit and do their job and inquire on these things that come into the country, and let us, when we have check and balance, things will run. We're going through an election in America right now over here. There's checks and balances. We all, for instance, my witness, we had Red Nana. We went out here the other day, but it was for good deeds, because we learn these things and we incorporate these things into our knowledge, so we can explain to our common people. Because my Mary, my Esther, we may think she don't know, but those are the smartest people in Liberia that we tend to overlook. Our my Mary, my Esther, and my Tene, or Uncle Joe and Boy John. Those people are the smartest people. They see these things. So if their pay getting cut, so we can pay for those cars, they will want to know why. If the mining company, the mine has all be going into government revenue, is not being utilized, but instead it's disappearing, do people want to know? Then those things start happening. People stop trusting government. Government should be trusted. We know that the past government was never trusted, so people are in a culture shock. But we can revamp these things by having tranquility, transparency, and honesty. And I will say kudos again to President Boyka. That's what we put you there for, to get rid of the corrupt government. But let us have transparency and kudos.
And this is interesting. Officer Johnson, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're about to bring we'll bring Anthony in first. We'll go for mobile. Then we'll bring Vasco and then Francis. But I want to go to the code of conduct. Snapping this thing to put it up here will be okay. Maybe I should go through that process for the benefit of our people here watching the show tonight. I want to put this one up. Let me see if I can put it up now. 9.1 of the code of conduct that talks about gifts, bribes, and conflict of interest. It's very important we touch on this one, because at the end of the day, this conversation is going to go on, and Liberians from across will express themselves on this issue. The analysis will be made, but this is a space where we should provide the education where necessary, or provide the information, and then our people can be able to make their own judgment and know what is what. Let me put this one up real quick. The font size might be very small because I just thought to have everything in one, come up like that. Oh, okay. So let me hope I can get this one up, and then we can get this one coming on here. But I'm gonna go through it while we. Okay, so it's up already. Whoosh, it's very, very small. Very, very small. Very small.
Just read it out for the audience. I've already read it.
I can't see.
Yeah. Okay. So you just go to 9.1, right, where it talks about bribes and gifts. So it says public officials and employees of government shall not receive nor encourage the giving of any form of bribes or casual gifts in connection with the performance of his or her official duties, whether for himself or herself or member of his or her family, or any other benefits that could have any influence on his or her professional approach to issues and the discharge of his or her official duties. This shall not include gifts given during traditional ceremonies and celebrations and fees paid for lobbying. The legislature shall enact a law for the regulation of lobbying activities. Okay, so we'll go to 2. Tokens, gifts. Any token, gifts received by public officials and employees of government must be declared within a reasonable time, not exceeding 7 days, to the appropriate authorities that shall decide whether the gifts should be retained by the public official or employees of government, or whether the gift should be surrendered to the government. Public officials and employees of government who surrender a token gift must demand a receipt from the appropriate recipient or dispensatory. We go to 9.3. Okay, no, let's forget about 9.3. 4. Gifts and offers intended to induce or influence. Every public official and employee of government shall report his or her head of institution any circumstances where a benefit or gift was offered or made, regardless of whether the benefit or gift was accepted, especially where the public servant feels that such circumstances constitute attempts to influence his or her official action or decision. In reporting, the public official or employee of government shall disclose the source of the gift. And so then you come to the final one, 5, where it says a public official or employee of government may accept gifts other than casual or token gifts from foreign governments, donors, international or national organizations, or requisite governmental organizations closely affiliated or funded by a foreign government, but shall promptly declare such gift to his or her superior, who shall declare whether the public official or employee of government may retain the gift or must surrender it to government. This is where we are. And there's a reason why I put this up. I know we're coming to you next, Anthony. But there's a reason why I put this up. Because a bulk of the people who have expressed a contrary view when it comes to this vehicle thing and the source of the vehicle are not really keen on that whole thing about, oh, it will empower the police. No. They are looking at the source. They are looking at the fact that this thing is coming from a donor who is not a Liberian, especially so a businessman. And most of those folks are trying to tie this particular gift or this generosity from Mr. Mahama to the code of conduct to say that, in fact, whether the vice president or the government is not supposed to receive such a huge gift from this man, an individual. But then again, the next concern is, and this is where I think we should go next, is the total cost of what was being given to the country. How much are we talking about? But I want you to take on your analysis from there.
Hold on, Nelson. Can I come in a little bit? You just went in error when you said let's consider. There's no cap to how much gift can come to the country. It's to an individual who works for the government, who's receiving.
And you're right on that. You're right on that.
Who's receiving a gift is using it for their personal use.
I didn't say there's a cap to how much the country can receive.
No, there's no cap.
Yeah,
But you know, and when you emphasize, when you just said that in the same phrase, and you said, but the question to be asked is how much is that amount? You no, Nelson, it's communication. You imply that there's an issue. When you say but, you speak in the contrary, and then you say how much.
No, okay, and I get where you're coming from, Raymond.
Okay.
I get exactly where you're coming from, and that's a great point. And I think you're pointing this out for the clarity, for the sake of our folks out there, right? But again, you're right, and through everything I read, I didn't say that either. But again, you're right for the clarity aspect, right?
Yeah.
There's no cap, there is no limit to what the country can receive, right? But there's a limit to what the government, an individual can receive,
right?
Public official,
right?
And we're going to get to that aspect. But the reason why I mentioned that is, in the midst of everything, we're going to end up this conversation. We need to get at that point where we can know exactly how much does the 20 vehicles in total cost. What's the total cost coming from an individual who has been generous to a country like Liberia and pledging his commitment, a businessman pledging his commitment to see to it that Liberia succeeds. But Anthony, you can take on from here, and then we're going to come in with the next information.
Thank you, Nelson. Good evening, everyone here in the United States. Good morning to our folks in Liberia and around the globe. To all our listeners and viewers and followers, we want to say thank you for your patience, for your commitment, joining us each and every night we are on here. Officer Johnson, sorry, I'm the one who wrote that Jackson earlier. Welcome back, brother Benoit. It's a pleasure seeing you. Thanks for your service to our nation capital. We appreciate your effort for what you do on a daily basis. Look, Nelson, I heard the president today in his statement to the donors that after he won the election and the transitional team went to work, he was briefed that out of all the police vehicles that was in the country, only 8 functional vehicles was available, and out of those 8 functional vehicles were only in Monrovia. That's the president's own words. Before the national budget was drafted by the executive mansion, sent to the Liberian legislature, and then sent back to him for him to sign, the president was aware that all of the other counties, with the exception of Montserrat, did not have a functional police vehicle. We are talking about competing priorities. In the same administration, the president admitted today that he was aware that we did not have functioning vehicles in 14 counties for the Liberian National Police. But this president's national budget did not factor the urgency of having our police equipped. But this president signed on a national budget that has 100,000 for each representative and 150,000 United States dollars for each senator. If you put all of that money together, it's over 3 million. Let's factor the 20 vehicles, the 3 generators, and the fire truck. That $3 million can buy those things, and change will leave over. You're talking about putting country first. You're talking about competing priorities. You're talking about rescuing your country. Nothing wrong with donations. But if the president himself today can stand on the podium and say he was aware that we did not have functioning, working vehicle for the Liberian National Police, don't take my word for it. Your own colleague, Nelson, Choko Fiamma, was reporting. And the president said these words today. I was shocked. Where is the urgency of now? Where is the country first that he talks about every time? When you can sit there and give lawmaker 100,000 for representative, So 17 representatives in Maserati, each one of them will get 100,000 this year in the national budget. And the
So Anthony, what exactly is the point on this issue? I really want us to get there. What? Yeah.
We don't need to bet on donations from elsewhere when we can prioritize our own. If donation comes while we prioritizing our own, so be it. But if the president was aware, according to himself, I'm quoting the president himself, then why didn't you prioritize our national security? Why? That is my question.
Okay. Thank you.
So Nelson, can I ask a question? So he's not discussing the donation, he's only asking a question in contrast to the donation, right?
It's time to ask the president question. So what that means is that Anthony agrees that this donation is good, is laudable, the government deserves a round of applause for this particular donation, is a right step in the right direction. Anthony agrees here tonight that this is something laudable. And no question about that. So, I mean, when it comes to that aspect, based on the way Anthony laid out his analysis, there's an indication that he agreed with the donation thing. Yeah, Raymond. So let's take
anything towards the donation. I asked a question.
But that was a topic, and you. And that's my point, Nelson. That's the topic, but our brother didn't talk anything about the topic.
I said, if this president puts Liberia first, think Liberia, build Liberia, love Liberia, and he was aware that we did not have functioning vehicles in 14 counties, only 8 police vehicles in Maserati, why didn't he prioritize the police vehicle in the national budget?
Okay. Okay. So, but where do you stand on the vehicles thing? I mean, this donation. This current gesture from Mr. Mahama, 20 brand new police vehicles. Is it laudable? Is this what we talk about? Is it what Liberians anticipate when during campaign period, when they hear their leaders say, I will bring international connection, I will bring people who will, is this what we're saying here? I mean, what do you just make of that?
Nelson, let me just be very frank here.
Yeah.
I know my good friend Raymond talked about it is unprecedented. Raymond, you don't lie. It is unprecedented for the country to be ran on gentleman agreement. It is unprecedented for a president to use a friend to take donation and say it didn't cost Liberia nothing. There is something in Latin language called quid pro quo. Something for something. No rich man takes his money and just throw it away. No successful business person takes their money and just throw it away. You heard?
Are you implying that Mr. Mahama will expect something back just from the 20 vehicles? Now he committed himself to making sure that Liberia succeeds. He gave his word.
Let me say this to you. If Mark Zuckerberg gave Liberia 15 or 100 vehicles, we know Mark Zuckerberg got plenty of money. And you will not come to Liberia for a handout. Our Ghanaian brother who got small company, they research that company and the work of that company, 20 vehicles means a lot to the budget of that company.
I disagree with you on that. Why would you put, who told you Zuckerberg won't want anything for Liberia?
Like I said, the man who get billions.
Okay. So you come back to your own analysis. But thank you. Let's leave it, Anthony.
Who got money that will still want something back? Even the bill
thank you, Anthony.
Will still want something back. Our brother right here in Ghana, I already look up that company and the work of that company. That money that they took to buy to the vehicle will cost them, and they will get something back. It's not free.
Let's leave you there. Let's leave you there, Anthony. Let's bring Moba in. Moba, go ahead.
But Nelson, if I may, just a few seconds.
Yeah, but Raymond, we have to complete this.
I know you are going to
come.
No, it's an information more than countering you, right? But I can wait. I can wait. I can wait.
Give you seconds. Yes.
Thank you, Nelson. You know, when people mix politics with the interest of the Liberian people, we will always be concerned. The RG sent a budget, he grabbed his own budget, he sent it. You don't know if the 15 countries you talking about even include vehicle or not, but you're emphasizing in case the budget go up. I agree with you that the president can revisit the budget and subtract. We agree.
No, mobile. No, the president can't add anything to the budget. You can't. Anthony did not say that either. I just want
to Okay, go ahead, Nessie.
No, yeah. So what I want to say is that the president doesn't add nor subtract from the budget. The executive, when they say the executive, it comes from the Ministry of Finance as a draft, goes to the legislature, they make appropriations, they send it to the president, he signs onto it, is a law. The only thing the president can do that to sign it or to return it. He says, I send it back to the legislature.
Good. You know what? I use that word because I wanted to be clear here tonight. So our brother Anthony can blame the president for not adding those vehicles he emphasized on in the budget. When we all know all the entities send their budget in.
Seriously?
Nothing. Do you want to say
No. I just want Anthony to stop interrupting you because I want you to have time. Go ahead, Mova.
The RG did their own draft. He sent the budget in. You don't know. I don't know. We all here on the show don't know. If the RG put any amount of vehicle on an identical budget that will solve the labyrinth, you don't know. You just emphasizing on it. So that put that one side.
Mm-hmm.
But my main point here is nothing. People talking about donation, it is wrong. A lot of people will need. Or people who doing donation in the country will need return. Now let's go back to a lot of NGO that are helping Labra. What Labra giving them? What Labra giving them? If an individual can help a country with a vehicle that will help, is the crime rate in the country, and we get emphasizing on it. Because in the name of politics, I think it is wrong. Then we want to compare JMB donation with George Mann. We are donation. George Mann, we are donation for individual. That's the reason why people come here and they say blah blah. George Mann, we are donation for individual donation, and that's why the Constitution taught against. But JMB donation is for the nation. It's not for him personally. So now the argument will go, it's not for nothing. But they will not tell you, say,
so Mama, you're trying to make a comparison here, and I see this is where you're coming from. You're trying to compare the private jet from businessman Obonkongo of Burkina Faso that was given to President George we had to use, and comparing that to that of the 20 police vehicle coming from Mr. Mahama from Ghana, who is equally a businessman. No, there are some similarities here. While there are the similarities, there are some similarities here. The similarity here, Moba, is that the gifts came from businessmen who were friends to officials of government, either the former president or the current vice president. That's the similarity. Yeah. The similarity here is that the former president's gift was a personal stuff for him to use, private jet. But again, someone may argue that this private jet was meant for the security of the president, which by extension would be for his protection. And then you're securing the president, you're trying to maintain the peace of the country.
Naturally, that argument is baseless in the reason that based on individual. Because the Constitution emphasizes on the individual. They not say country. So there's no way you can go in that. So if you say individual, like I'm an individual, they coming to me, they say the Republic of Liberia. They say individual. So if they're coming to individual, it's against the Constitution. But if it is coming in the interest of the Liberian people, Liberians are benefiting, the citizens are benefiting, why make it to be unconstitutional? That's what.
Thank you, Mama.
Let me conclude by saying that, a lot of us, if we mind a lot of people who come on the social media and criticize every positive thing the government doing, like bro, will not go nowhere. And guess what? They will be the same person tomorrow. If they say tomorrow election, they will not even get one vote. Because we know for the past 6 years, all of it coming to the election time, they spread a lot of lies about JMB. And today, there's nothing to say.
When you say they will not get one vote, I know that Cindy,
because the matter of fact is, They will
There
not,
is
they
a
will not
point
discuss
that's
it.
7%. He keep
Nelson,
that.
I'm not
Can
blowing
you
you. I'm
discuss
not blowing your
national
person.
issue and leave all on campaign? We're not
Nelson,
campaigning
I will
yet.
say, my man, that's my time. Don't go into my
Take
time. You're
20
talking,
seconds
you
to
know, you're
conclude.
talking.
Mobile, take 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Just take 20 seconds and conclude it.
You're talking, I never talk. The
Yeah.
reason that the whole thinking I will stay in campaign, but if forgetting to know we are done with campaign, we're trying to help and work in the interest of the Liberian people. And
Thank you.
now
Thank you very
the
much.
Liberian
Thank you very
people,
much.
their eyes
Nelson,
are
Thank you very
open.
much.
Now, let me throw
Thank
the
you
one
very
in
much.
real quick. I beg you. The cake, the cake we had it. The cake.
No,
cake,
like Anthony and Vasco and ate that cake.
the cake
They
was
will
gift
never
too,
talk about
so
it.
what became of the cake gift?
That didn't want Anthony Vasco and
Anthony, they're gonna own that.
Listen,
they
I'm
can't
not
own because the president will go vice president because yeah.
Come on, man, guys. Let's
The next one
progress.
fire
with
tell
this
your
conversation.
state.
Let's make progress. I beg you guys, please let's make progress with this conversation. I see Raymond wants to make a point. Cindy wants to do same, and Officer Johnson. But we want to complete the cycle. Let's take Vasco and then Francis. Then we can give the 20 seconds around the table. We're not going to be here long. Right after the 20 seconds, we're going to go to the phone lines. Vasco.
Okay, now. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to read this article, and I want you guys to make
Which
a
article?
research.
From where?
From Front Page Africa. This was 2019, April 17, 2019.
Okay.
The Liberia Traffic Management, LTM, has presented to the government of Liberia 24 cars, 8 tow trucks, 22 motorbikes, 18 jeeps, and 80 bicycles to be used.
Bicycle are there too? I mean, you mean the one that can pair the bicycle?
Motorcycle, yeah. Motorcycle.
No, I understand it. Motorcycle, the one with the engine, or bicycle, the one that you can
it depends on next time. Send it to you. You see, you were
let me look there. No, let me look there. This is important. You know, Vasco is a researcher. This brother is a researcher.
Let me see, George, we are holding the motorbike. I know, maybe like.
But that's not bicycle, brother. That's motorbike. That mean the article. I mean the article that Bugas article. Motorbike bicycle.
Let's protect Vasco. Let's make sure Vasco. I'm about to put it up. Vasco, read from that article because I'm putting it up right now for the Liberian people to see the thing you're reading. And they will see the picture and everything you're talking about right now. Those who are watching Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super or YouTube, we see what Vasco is doing now.
And then if you go back, I tried to research that. I didn't get it, but I will get it maybe by tomorrow.
But let's talk about it when you get it for it.
Let's talk about it. These were things that were try the same thing Boaga is doing.
Okay. So this is what we have on the string here, right?
Yeah. That is seen as well. Okay.
You say how many? No. Let's take it one step at a time because I know you're trying to borehole into everything that's happening here with respect to the 20 vehicles donation. So we got to take it one step at a time to make a very good argument. Vasco, what's your issue here? You said, okay, so I see when the article was published, April 17, 2019. That's what I see here.
Thank you.
And I see President George wearing a white suit.
Yeah.
Holding one of the motorbikes.
Yeah.
But you say how many motorbikes? 24 what? The Liberia Traffic Management has presented
the first person I went on our site.
24 cars, 8 tow trucks, 22 motorbikes, 18 jeeps, 80 bicycles. So they brought bicycles to be used for proper traffic control. To be used for proper traffic control. Vasco, few questions I have on this particular thing you brought. You know, when you bring it in, then you open room for other things to start. So where are coming?
Yeah.
Those 22 motorbike, you know, Vasco, when you send an article to me, I beg you send the whole link. Then I can go through the entire thing. Don't just take
go front page,
because what I'm seeing here.
But you screenshot it and send it to the man.
Yeah. What I'm seeing here, we're talking about 22 motorcycles. Where are the 22 motorbikes? Who are those that were using it? Was it a situation where the bus came into the country and few people took it and started using it for their personal reason? Is it that they bicycle? When last you saw the 80 bicycle? Is it that people took it and gave it to their children for their children to start riding the bicycle and all around that?
Those bicycles disappeared. Yes, they were brought to the country, but they disappeared.
It disappeared. Who used it? Was there proper management of those bicycles?
It was not properly managed.
Y'all give me chance, y'all get what I'm driving.
No, Vasco, that thing was not properly managed.
Let's let him go ahead. Go get
In
information.
all fairness, we have to give Vasco his time. So Vasco, just go ahead and conclude.
Nelson, the Liberia traffic, what? Those people been in that country since Manaseri time. With all those police equipment, vehicle, and different equipment. Manaseri was the first president those people engaged. She refused it because it was not free. There was a deal. When citizen came, some of y'all saw McKenna went over there with all those police cars, landlord, motorbike, all those things. McKenna went and negotiated. The president went, oh, you look at those things and he had a motorbike. But when it went through the negotiation, the deal was not suitable for the country. So that's the reason why he never saw any of those things out. And those things remain in the country until the Joseph Boakai administration came here. They came into power. When the people came into power, at the time, Boakai even take the oath of office. Gregory Comer went to that people. You saw Gregory with all the police car. He even took the president there. So today, it's looking strange to every one of you guys. But these are the things that happen before we here today now, where we are today. Amen. Former president of Ghana, John Mahama, got his own country, Ghana. He's now thinking about donating those vehicles if you just want to do free things. So you people trying to tell us here that the president will go out there to negotiate. If you say you want good governance, and you say CDC are doing it the wrong way, and you say you want to come and do it the right way, even if the president go out and be your friend, and a friend say, oh, I got this to get to the country, that's two different things you should be looking at. President meeting friend, their businessman, or president discussing with another country, like you saw with the bosses that the Indian government gave the Liberian government. President, we are not just when negotiating with the Indian government and the Senate bosses. It went through the house. They have to know that these things are coming to this country. This is the purpose, and this is how it's going to be free of charge. But it's terrible for our country. It's a shame for our country to be negotiating with a single businessman. The whole country is supposed to buy. But one single businessman giving our country 20 vehicle or police vehicle, and we're sitting here, we're not looking at the aftermath. What kind of businessman would that take his 20 vehicle and give it to a country free of charge? These people are selling Liberia. And I would thank you. These are the police guys.
So there's a reason why I put this up. There's a reason why I put
some of these things up.
So this is the police vehicle. For all of you watching the show now, this is the vehicle, right? Vasco, if I listen to you well, you try to connect those vehicles that came into the country to what we're having now. And I want you to clarify this.
That same man you saw in that picture today with Boakai, that the same man was running the LTM here. That the same man that was bringing that company.
Vasco, I want to understand something. The 24 vehicles that the LTM, the Liberia Traffic Management, brought into the country, which you said the previous government did not take. Right? You said the previous government did not take it based on the arrangements and other issues that were attached to it.
Yeah.
Are they the same vehicles, the 24 now reduced to 20? Are you saying that it is the same 20 vehicles that was dedicated to the Liberian National Police today. That government, your government did not take it, or let's say the CDC government did not take it, but this administration took it. Is that what you're saying tonight?
Let's see, my point here is that identical guy you saw standing over there. That is the same guy that been in the country with the police vehicles. It might be, the time might be long. He might take the Jeep back and bring those small cars. But this is something that he been initiating for a very long time, looking for somebody to work with. They may got interest
because Vasco, in all fairness,
this is a gamble and go man. And today, some of people even happy of the yellow machine coming to the country. Also, these are the connection. People don't know. Most of the things coming from money.
And
this is the same United Party that suffering our country today. We cannot give balance because the people keep for 12 years. They signed a whole lot of bookers concession agreement. Today, our country is suffering. You see, people.
That's why I want to go back to something. I'm about to bring Francis in. I want to put this. I want to put a photo up
and taking everything, and even the government, the Georgia government couldn't even do some stuff with some of those agreement I was signed.
Let
me hold you there a bit, Vasco.
Nelson, can I beg to give clarity? It's going to be very short. It's not major, but we are on
you want to give a quick clarity, right?
Very quick clarity.
Give the clarity, then I'm going to put the two photos up for another clarity. So we can establish something
because we are on a public radio and television. There is a difference between John Mahama, who is the former president of Ghana, and Ibrahim Mahama, who is the brother of John Mahama.
Yeah,
this
and we say
that. Vasco saying John Mahama. Why John Mahama not donating to his country? Ibrahim Mahama is a brother to John Mahama, but that's not John. And Ibrahim, Vasco, if you have been following him, maybe you want to also do your research. Nelson say you are the researcher on this team. Ibrahim has been donating massively in Ghana. In recent time, like in 2023, he donated to 20,000 homes that were affected by major flood in Ghana. So this guy has been donating. I just wanted to make that clarity. He is not Joe, he is Ibrahim.
Okay, thank you.
And if I may,
yeah. So guys, let's do this.
On him. Then come back.
Let's do this.
So
remember, we're gonna come to you guys.
No. I send you a link to the story. Vasco made a comment. And in the link, you will see who donated the vehicles at that time. Vasco made a comment that's the same person. I want you to clarify that to the public.
No, he said, Vasco said, the same man who was making the arrangement at the time is the same.
Now, not what Vasco said. You misquote him.
Okay, no. Let's
check out registration of
Vasco.
vehicle.
Vasco, I'm coming. You know, let's try to establish something here. Vasco, you said that the same man who was making the arrangement is the same man.
Can you ask him? That's not what he said. Can you ask him to repeat his statement?
I mean, is that true?
From Ellington.
Yeah. So did you say that the same man who was spearheading this arrangement during early time is the same man who was in the photo today?
I said from Ellington, George Weah time. The same man are behind all of these things. It's that the same man. But
okay. So who is the man? Is it Ibrahim Mahama, or there was a middleman or whoever doing this stuff? Because we have the two.
What's the name of the middleman you're referring to?
Great. I'm coming, guys. So I want us to look at the photo here.
Bring the other picture.
Yeah, guys. I'm coming now. Let's do this in order. The photo on the screen. Vasco, who do you recognize on the screen there? The guy in the okay. Let me put it this way. The guy, I know you say you get your glasses on. The guy holding the key next to President Boakai. Is he the individual who, according to you, was the middleman arranging all of these things?
It might not be himself on the scene during the weird time, but like I said, he was the brain beyond everything.
Okay, let's look at the next photo here.
Yeah, sure.
The man standing in the
where men are there?
The man standing in the not the guy in the white shirt, in the purple shirt and a gray coat. Is he the one? Is he the same guy in the white shirt in the photo with President Barker?
But that's it. How can you determine who giving the buy order? That man could be security. All of them in the court.
Okay.
I mean,
so we're not going back on this.
I just wanted to make a point, Nelson. I wanted to make a point.
We don't have too much time.
Thank you, guys. Let's give the floor to Francis. Francis, let's hear.
Yeah, Francis has not spoken.
Let me just tell you, the person that spoke the least amount of time on this topic was Moba, who probably spoke for about 3.5 to 4 minutes. Everybody know for 5 minutes. Vasco, at least you and Vasco, you can have your show for 10 minutes. So please,
no,
much to say. I'm not the last person. Do not try to cut me off and say we're going to go to the phone line. I just want to put it out there.
Francis, you have your time.
I got problems.
Francis, I ain't talking about no problem.
Let me say, I spoke the least amount of time.
You have your time, Francis. You have your time. You have your time. So just go ahead.
No, I know you about to go to the phone line. As soon as I told you, say, "Oh, we gotta go to the phone line." I don't want to make it clear. But anyway, if you have folks like Anthony and Vasco putting your message out there, just know that you got a losing campaign. But for Anthony, they had to force him to address the issue. He went all around the place, took all the shortcuts, but did not want to address the issue. They had to force him to address the issue. And what he was saying was just confusing. Vasco will already know the opposite day. But let's go to this. People want to talk about, first of all, the president said this was donated by a friend, right? Muhammad is identified to the country. I want you to think of something donated to the country. What does that mean? I'm not asking anybody to answer, but I'm just speaking. If there's something behind the donation, you think President Barker can just come and say, "Oh, you tell Gizzy Mountain for the 20 car"? Any major concession, who have to approve these things? Don't have to go through our legislature. So why are you over here just making noise? I mean, you do this service to our people, trying to make it seem like, oh, any rich man gets something, they want something. Let's agree. Also, too, any business people or rich people don't stay wealthy because they do too much charity. Every time they give something, there's something behind it. We all agree to that. Okay. But let's look at what happened. If that's what he's doing, by donating 20 police vehicles to the country, and people say he behind the yellow machine. Let's say he gets 285 yellow machines to the country. This is the type of man we want to do business with. Because during the last 6 years, or even any time, or 12, let's say the last 18 years, all the major concessions that were signed in our country or companies that came to that country, they grease the palms of the lawmakers, the government officials, individually, personally, and they gave nothing to the country. So if this man is giving 20 cars to the country, you're claiming that he behind the yellow machine, and he gave 285 yellow machines to the country, it's benefiting the country. Then he comes down the line and say, "Okay, I want to go in business with you. I want to mine gold and diamond in your country." What's wrong with that? The lawmaker will go. They'll review the contract. So we should all be excited about this. But I won't make it seem like a buku man, not come from the forest because somebody donate car to the country. So now, we indebted, we beholden to this guy. No, these are the type of people we want to do business with. People that will not come and shake Grace's hand or shake Madera Cooper hand and give the individual gifts, and then they come and give concession or give deals to do deals with them. Everything that we just saw today, the generator was given to the country. Our country will not be embarrassed like it was during the last 6 years, where boom, carry go on the international airport. Our country will not be embarrassed like in the last 6 years, where honor, one of the greatest soccer players to ever live, our stadium was banned. Look at all the embarrassment. These things are given to the country, my people. So even if we say, okay, things are wrong, we're skeptical. Yes, it's good to be skeptical. But if it is donation, you can come down the line and say, oh, that 20 car, oh, we say our donation, but we're going to give it, man. There's no, you give it out for free. You were taught tired that you're business.
So Francis, if I'm getting you, Francis, what do you putting across tonight on this show with a lot of people listening to us? What you're putting across, Francis, is Liberians should not be in the business of asking the critical questions. Liberians should hear these things when it is 285 yellow machine, it's 20 police cars, all those huge, very huge donations or gestures or gentleman agreement or whatever. Francis, if I'm getting you right, your point is when Liberians start to ask the critical questions, especially connecting what is happening with what the law says and how it should be and all of that, especially with public officials, their involvement with second or third parties and all of those things that has the propensity to influence their decision-making process rather. Liberians should not ask the critical question. Is that the point you're putting across tonight, Francis?
Nothing. You are getting me wrong. You're not getting me
No,
wrong.
I'm only asking you a question.
But I ask a question to answer now.
No, the question was, am I getting you right? So he's getting me wrong. And let me elaborate.
Okay, elaborate.
So mute yourself, please. I sat here painfully for 45 minutes listening to all of you. What I'm saying here is this. It's good to ask the question. We are all asking the critical questions. But listen to what is being said. Don't go and start giving your own interpretation. These 20 vehicles are what, class? Donation. When somebody donates something to you, it's free given to you without expectation for that particular donation that made to you. But if that person come back down the line, this person that gave me 20 vehicles, this person that gave me 285 machines, and some people say, oh, so they should break the law. Where is the law that is broken when something is donated to the country? How is there a law being broken? So people need to understand things before they even start to speak about it. There's no law breaking. I understand people are skeptical. Yes, it's good to be skeptical, but look at what is being said. These are donations. So if that
you made a very important point, and I captured that aspect. And for this one, I'm not asking you a question. You said that business people do not do anything free. If a businessman gives you something, he expects something back, right? So giving that line of reasoning, using that very point that you sent across, is it fair to say that Liberians now, giving your own analysis here, have all reasons, have all rights to ask the critical questions? Since in fact, these people are business people. And when the businessman like Mr. Mahama gives 20 vehicles to Liberia, giving your own line of analysis you lay out here, we should be concerned because one way or the other, he expects something back.
No, you are wrong. And the Liberian people should not be afraid.
So
for the simple fact, if you give something free to our country, the country is not obligated to do business with you. That's one thing we should know. If you come and give something free to our country, Nelson, if I give you a free car, does that give me the right to come and take your house?
If you give me a free car,
I said, Nelson,
I want to throw the question back to you. I want to throw the question back to you, Francis. If you give me a free car, Francis, and then 3 months after, you came by and said, Nelson, I want this or I want that from you. And the next man came, someone else came and said, I want this, or the same thing you're requesting for. Another person came requesting for the same thing. And maybe I sit at the decision-making table. I'm supposed to decide who takes that particular thing that maybe 2-3 persons are in need of. You who gave me the car, don't you think you are going to be in an advantageous position at that point, given what you did for me? Don't you think your gesture, your gift, has some way of influencing my decision making at that point, when in fact you've given me a car, the other 2 persons have not given me anything? I sit at the point where I can make decision.
Okay, Nelson, that is also wrong, especially if we have good leadership. Let's look at it this way.
Okay.
You are right to ask the question that, okay, if say Anthony and I want something from you, and Anthony and I give you the car, right? But then Anthony and I coming now for the same thing. But if Anthony's deal benefits you more than my deal, let's put in the context of the country. If Muhammad that gave 20 cars, donated 20 vehicles to the police force, now come 2 years down the line and say he wants to mine Wodogisi Mountain.
He doesn't want Wodogisi Mountain. Yeah. And there are 3 other investors who are like Nigeria.
Let's say let me make things clear, because we shouldn't confuse our people.
Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor.
Vehicles, and now he wants Wodogisi Mountain. Then 2 other people come, they want Wodogisi Mountain too. 2 years later, right? All of them come at the same time.
Yeah.
But one of the other 2, right, come and say, you know what? I want Wodogisi Mountain, but before I even get Wodogisi Mountain, I'm going to build the schools in that county. I'm going to pave the road.
No, Francis, I don't want you to forget that.
No.
I'll say you have to allow the man to express himself. He's communicating. He's communicating to the audience.
I'm not talking to you, Nelson.
No, Nelson, he's talking to the audience. Do not distort him.
No, guys. And I equally do not want him to confuse the audience.
He's not confusing the audience.
No, we
have a host. Raymond,
no,
we have a
guys,
host.
Let's do this. We are trying to make analysis around this issue of whether or not this gift has the propensity to influence future decisions or decisions now.
But why would you allow him to lend his thought on the issues? You keep distorting his.
And Raymond, Francis and I are having an engagement. You know, I don't think it should be where everybody, if it's that way, then no need to be here. Then we're just open the microphone. We'll open the microphone. Everybody talk. If you need to talk to your friend, talk. If you need to talk to your friend, talk. You go. I mean, we're having an engagement.
But he's making a salient point and you throw him off. And that's my point.
You are not
that's why he should be an intellectual enough. He should be an in fact, we'll put Raymond in the background for a while. Why is Francis?
But Nelson, what you're trying to say is that's not how it works. Me donating 20 cars, or Muhammad donated 20 cars to the country. And then down the line, 2 years later, he and another competitor come, they want to mine Wodogisi Mountain.
Very good.
Yes, you are right? You are right that the donation that he has made over time, that has created a goodwill with the country. But that doesn't guarantee that he will get into contract or into agreement with the country. Because if the next person that his competition come and say, okay, I'm coming to, I want Wodogisi Mountain, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to develop that town or that city that Wodogisi Mountain is in. I'm going to pave the road and build the hospital before I even start to mine the mountain. That is something to look at. You think the government is going to say, oh no, Muhammad, they are 23 cars before. 22 machine. No, they look at what's good for the country.
We are about to go to the phone lines, but that's exactly where my disagreement came in, and I thought to erect it.
My 20 seconds, please.
Anthony, please mute Anthony. Please do that for us, because I don't want you to bring in that analogy where the next competitor will say, "You can build road or school." No, the next competitor wants to go by what's on the book. He wants to be straight. This competitor, the initial competitor brought something to the table. He gave you 20K. The next competitor is someone who is straight. He doesn't want all that bang, all the kind of stuff. No, he wants to go by what's on the book. What is the process like?
No,
all right?
if
we say we want all the competitors to get small thing, and then what's the system?
You know what hurting our country today?
Wants to go by what's on the book. The previous competitor gave something which has the propensity to influence the decision.
Nelson, you are not understanding what I'm saying. You are confusing our audience too with this question. Because what I'm saying here is this. We want to do business with folks like Muhammad that will come and give us free stuff, right? But nothing he gave us guarantee that we'll do business with him in the future. But somebody like Muhammad that gave us free motorbikes, free cars, and if you bring 285 machine free, that's fine. That tells us that this is a man of good moral character that we can do business with in the best interest of our country. But look at all the other concession deals that they are signed. Other companies have 20 years, 30 years. Look at the Western Cluster are supposed to fix the road in Birmingham. They're destroying the road. They are not even building the hospitals or the schools or the buildings that's all built for the people, and they've been mining our resources all these years. These are bad deals. But we should not confuse the people by saying because this man is donating to the country, so now we are indebted to him or obligated to do business with him. That is a false narrative to put out there. That's what I'm trying to say here. But is this somebody we want to do business with? Of course, because if he comes back down the line, we know what he's capable of, so the country can ask him and say, okay, if you're going to mine in this city, in this county, how about you do that? I was born in Bon Mines. Look at what the German company did in Bon Mines. But I was born in Bontown. My dad was a staff for the company. The company developed Bon Mines, especially the American company, not German. One of the best hospital there. The high school, preschool, playground, CBR 62 as a boys club. We have horse club. We have state-of-the-art supermarkets and all those things in Bon Mines. The roads where people, I never saw Dustin Road until I got out of Bontown, going to Nye or Bontown area. That's when I saw Dustin Road. But the entire camp, you can walk around like in the USA, everywhere was paved. That's what companies were integrated do. So if you got somebody like Muhammad coming here to donate to the country, it doesn't guarantee that we do business with him, but we can trust this type of guy that when we decide to do business with him, and we tell you, okay, we need X, Y, Z to do business with you, he will meet those requirements. All the other folks for the last 18 years, from Bagu going to Sirleaf, all the companies that came through our country, what have they done for the country? But expand our resources with nothing to show. So stop confusing the people.
Thank you.
My 20 seconds, I was implicated. Marwa, I was implicated in his presentation. I was.
Anthony, I come in. Rema,
the moderator. Send me take away.
Go ahead. I didn't tell moderator.
Never.
Anthony, go ahead.
Can you please moderate the show here?
Yeah, so we can go. Yeah, it's okay. Anthony, go ahead.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys. We gotta be very, very careful when we are on the radio. My dear brother Francis came here and was very dismissive of me, but he's saying things that are very more confusing. Francis, your own words said that people like this we should be doing business with. In the same statement, you are saying, oh, it's based on the discretion. What discretion is thereof? That's why the code of conduct that is drafted out Article 90 of the Constitution of Liberia was very clear to not do these kind of businesses with people because it influences your decision. Under no circumstances, tomorrow, if that man shall not want to do business with Liberia and another person in the same business capacity, he will be fresh preference because he brought to the vehicle when the country direct need vehicle. He brought to the generator when the country is struggling for generator to keep the airport afloat running 24/7.
Thank you.
He brought in fire trucks
That's why we
That's the
talk for
reason why
good
you gotta be very
leadership.
careful.
I cannot defend what
Hey,
the
thank
leader
you
does
guys.
in the
Let's
future.
go to the phone
So
lines.
stop
Let's-
lying and
Let's
confusing the
go to
people,
the phone
Anthony.
lines. Zero triple
That
five.
is
You said
false.
that's the
That's
kind
a
of
false
people.
narrative. So stop
President,
it.
stop interrupting me.
Stop it. Like, the code of conduct said nothing about that.
You
You
said
are lying right now.
Nancy,
Take that back.
Nancy,
Don't lie to our people.
Yeah.
Roma gotta get 30 seconds because it
Yeah,
was,
but
yeah.
you interrupted
No,
me.
but guys, let's go to the phone lines. I'll give Raymond extra time doing the closing, please.
Okay.
Let's take
All
some.
right.
Raymond,
But
I'm going to
So
give
we're
you.
speaking to our audience before we go to the phone line before they talk. Okay.
Right? The man interrupted me. When the caller comes in, I will stop. But here's the thing. Francis, you said that these kind of people, okay, we agree in the last 12
I said this
years,
kind of
was-
people want to do business with
Oh, man,
does
stop,
not
man.
imply obligation.
But man,
So
try
think about that.
interrupt you, Francis, you talk for almost 10 minutes. Yeah.
Man, want my time to talk. Anthony, can I speak now?
No,
Let's
the
go
man
to the line,
interrupted me.
people. Let's go to the line.
Let's go to the line, Raymond.
That man frozen. The man can't go to the line right now. He's
Yeah, but
frozen.
what?
Yeah,
Look,
that's it.
Raymond.
Oh,
Frozen.
okay, yeah, all right.
Raymond,
So
we got
listen,
5
I thought the man was
persons here,
still
or
on.
4 persons here representing the Unity Party, okay?
We are
So,
independent thinker. We're
Everyone
not,
else saying,
we're not
oh,
obligated to unity
that's
party.
different about the
No,
state,
listen,
like
listen.
our critical view here.
You know they call independent thing.
We are independent thinker. We see
You
how
not know
we talking how we
independent
see
thinker.
it.
You are JB.
Let me tell you.
That's
So
what you
listen,
are.
I go to your tell
You're
us
not
let
an
Roma go
independent
before
thinker.
the make up
The brain man, the rest of
conclude.
all you, the person I said
Conclude.
yeah, independent thinker among yourself like Cindy. Rest of
Conclude.
everyone,
Now, let's see if you can consider independent
say
thinker.
yes to. I want you to say yes to. You don't have the guts to even challenge it. The president made a statement today. I referenced that statement. Your references said that confused thought I was talking. But here's the thing, Francis, you cannot tell us that since it was done wrong in alien administration, so they should do the same pattern here. No, that's not how you do things. Because guess what, Francis? Francis, you said that the kind of man we need to do business with, I need a man helping us. That's underscore the PPCC act that was enacted because of this kind of behavior. The man gave in, and we know the man is to go in diamond business. That's his business he does. Tomorrow, if you want to come mine in Liberia, he will be first person for the JNB administration. Take it or leave it. Period.
Thank you. Raymond, 30 seconds.
So when we talking, let's be honest with ourselves, because if we're not honest with ourselves, we'll never be able to speak honestly to the audience. No two nations get together and cooperate with our interests. No donor gave any free will without an interest. So it's an established thing. So a donor having interest in your country doesn't make it wrong or a business cooperation. But how the business is done, that what makes it right or wrong. So all the emphasis do not hold water. Francis said it well, and someone else said it. There is no free lunch in diplomacy. There's no free lunch. Why should you take up your time and go meet someone there's nothing in it for you? What a country should donate anything to Liberia when nothing in it for them? What should India give free buses to Liberia when it does? When the Indian people, taxpayers, do not stay anything to benefit. And also in diplomacy, you do not receive anything that you're not willing to reciprocate. So there's always a mutual understanding of shared interests. And that's why government have partners. Every government has partners. Whether it's a foreign government, it become an adler. Whether it's a cooperation, they got public-private partnership. And what Francis spoke to Liberian people, bidding, any bidding, the interest of the bid, those who sit on the bidding committee is to ensure that whoever the government is doing business to, the Liberian people benefit value for money. That's their interest. So if a business corporation wants to do business on the Wallagizi Mountain and they're willing to give more of what they would take to Liberia and that interest benefits the Liberian population, that's what the bidding committee should go by. So it's nothing to call fair. Every businessman makes profit. So if you're willing to share a part of your profit with the government that you're wanting to do business with, that's the kind of people the government should do business with. I will leave this with you. Asula Mita gave 100 vehicles to the legislators. They gave also donated vehicles to the police. There was nothing wrong with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Vasco, 30 seconds. Then for now, go to hands. Then
So,
go to
yeah, I agree with you, Remo. Today, my first time agreeing with you. So some of the same thing we've been talking, you know,
Andy.
you just make it right. So if this man wants something from our country, and that is the reason why he's donating vehicles and other stuff to the country, then he's coming with different motive. So if you come in with a kind of a motive, then I think there is a law now you need to follow. There should be certain law you need to follow. Maybe you have to go now through the PPCC because you know you come in with your own interest. You come in, you want something. Although you will discuss it with the president or whosoever, but if you know that you want something for our country, then that process now should be between you and the legislature. It's almost just how you put it now. It's the same thing with a yellow machine. So you just make it clear to all clear, yeah. So this is not gentleman agreement stuff now.
Vasco, the people know the truth. They get trying to put a spin on it.
My man Anthony, please.
So if you want something from us,
you talk, I meet everybody.
You have to pass through the proper channel to get what you want for the country, guys. That's what I was saying. We're not against those low police car out just being Maserati. They can go to no country. We're not against it. We're not against police car out now put food and put it.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Hands.
Vasco, he said good thing. Local. My man, the car will provide security in the city, my man. Come on.
My man, hands, go ahead. Vasco, my man, I respect the rules, please.
When you talk like this, Vasco, you make yourself just look very naive and like I'm not gonna. You naive is fair enough to use because.
My man, you on the radio.
Why?
You see that? What about you see that? No problem. I will take that.
Lack of knowledge, that's all.
That's it.
On the subject matter.
My man, can we proceed, please?
Okay.
Can a man? I beg you back.
Listen, you sat here and said we did not accept those motorcycles, those cars, because it was not up to it was not in the interest of the country and the money. I believe that's what you said. If I may be wrong.
You see now. Then you and myself are who naive because I just spoke and you didn't understand what I was saying. So ask me.
Okay, I'm naive, Vasco. Thank you.
Yeah, you also asked me. I didn't say it was in the interest of the country. I said there was a deal.
Deal.
That deal, the government felt that deal, that identical deal
was not correct.
They were taking so much from us.
Okay, good. There you go. You hit my point. The government, CDC government felt that deal was a huge package. We were taking so much, but within 18 months, George Weah built duplexes. Where was it? Where were you to question search?
George Weah personal money. Now you're going to money.
Oh,
you in power right now. You carry on audit, right? Have you yet?
My man, not being protected, man.
Vasco, and Anthony will put you to the back. My man, I'll get a mentor.
So, guys, if y'all can keep quiet when Nelson comes, we'll have to ask him to put y'all in the back now because there's someone else speaking.
My man, let him go ahead. No, but even my man, look, y'all gotta respect me too, my man.
Okay, go ahead,
I gotta get gray all in my head for you respect me.
But Raymond's not supposed to tell you what to do.
But I already talking, my man.
Anthony, I barely on
already talking. Go ahead, my hands.
Go ahead.
It's small there, yeah.
Office our hands.
So the thing here is, these cars, for you to sit here and make those low statement is just unrated and it's not fair. What I in Monserrado County is better than your past police director that didn't do FUSA for Liberia. At least we got cars. This man sent his sergeant and said, hey, Chevy Cruze is a very low car, but you're able to carry him to Grand Heater and bring him back. And we're not saying that these cars are going to be plowed in the highways, but the idea, right? These cars are there to fight crime, to project how all were against you. Were sitting here, you are one of those who were against the only thing they built, the boxes, they built, the police boxes, the police booth. You are one of those who are against it. We all kind of were against it to some extent, but you were brutally against it. But the citizens said it was in their interest. So these cars are there to fight crime, to do ticketing, to fight patrol, and to do what have you. I mean, to help enhance patrol. And I think the police director is on a good path here for the interest of the country and the government and the safety of the people of Liberia.
Thank you. Yeah, Francis will come to you. Let's send it going. Send it, go ahead.
So look, I think when it comes to the speculation or thinking ahead that this business guy have some interest in Liberia, is fair. It's a fair position to have, that he's a businessman. He may have some interest in doing business in Liberia. First, Liberia is a country that is open to business. We want to open our country so that other people can come. What I advocate for on this show is that Liberians should be prioritized. So for instance, if Mr. Abraham Mohammed want a piece of the Wodogidi Mountain, we have a Liberian that also have a company, a proven track record to do similar work, I would prefer that Liberian to have it, right? I also agree that if Mr. Abraham should have interest in Liberia, doing business in Liberia, he should do it the right way. He should go through the laws. He should go through the process involved. But I will also then agree that if Mr. Abraham, with what he's doing now, can give him some sort of leverage, well, then that's it. I mean, we want people that would do things in Liberia. I am not arguing, though, that his donation should put him above other competitors. If he's still going to go through the right process, then great. That's how it should be. If Mr. Abraham would use his donation and say, okay, well, I'm going to cap on that donation, whatever I'm donating now, I'm going to, use your resources to get my money back, then I will have a little bit of issue with that. But if it's going to be like, okay, I'm donating, I'm showing myself that, look, I have interest here. I want Liberia to do well. And then when he come by and say, okay, I'm going to follow the process in place. I want to do business here, but I'm going to follow the process. There's nothing wrong with that. We see what is happening in Western Cluster, with Western Cluster. What I want a company that will go to Cape Mount, compete against Western Cluster, build real housing, build school buildings, have facilities that our people will benefit from, and kick out Western Cluster. Yes, I want that company. I want Western Cluster to go. And the reason I want them to go is because they are doing nothing for that community to benefit from them. Right? But if someone comes into Liberia and wants to do business with us and show genuine interest in doing things for our people, and we can still hold them to the laws, then let them come. There's a company that used to be in my town of Goji Town those days. I mean, I wasn't around, but I still saw their mark. It's called Seagull. Seagull came to Goji Town and built real homes. Real home. That camp was real home, swimming pools. I mean, Goji Town, according to the people that were around those days, said it was one of the most beautiful places they wanted to visit in Great Gina. And when we came back from war, I saw the aftermath. I saw what they left there. If not for the war, Goji Town was still being developed. We want a company that will still play fair, go by the rules, but have genuine interest in developing Liberia. And I think that's what we should all advocate for.
Thank you. Francis?
Yeah. You see, some of our brothers come on the platform, and for Anthony to call me a JB fanatic, then he doesn't really know me or pay attention to the show. So that's why he's confused. But some of our brothers just want to act like, oh, in order to be smart or act like you have to be opposed to everything. That's not how it works. All we are saying here is this. Donation doesn't obligate the country to do business with you. But if that puts you in the good grace and show the type of person you are, and you come to do business with us in the future, yes, that gives you good grace with us. But our leaders should put country first. Based on what you are asking for at the time you come to do business with us, our leaders should put the country first. That's not up to the president. That's up to our lawmakers. So you're not gonna sit here and tell the people, we stay, because he donate car, so that will give you advantage. No, it gave you no advantage. But does that show goodwill? Yes. If there's other competitors that are bringing at the time of the bidding, other competitors that outbid Muhammad that's donating cars today, and their bid are better in the interest of the country, we are going to go with those other people instead of Muhammad, because we are doing what's good for the country. Whatever he donated to the country was goodwill, free gift. So you stop making it, trying to twist donation to be something like a quid pro quo. That's not quid pro quo. I'll give you something from the goodness of my heart. If I can't, because I have interest in your country, but if my deal is not good enough for the country, you don't have to take it. But if our government official, like in the past, has been self-seeking, self-serving, and will take things for themselves and not put the interest of the country first, then that's a problem. But that's not what we are talking about here. So stop making assumptions, thinking that because the man donated something, so you're assuming that in the future, when he comes, he will get whatever he wants. That's a false narrative to pull out there.
Thank you.
10 seconds, please.
No, guys,
we have to go to the phone lines. We gotta go to the phone lines.
Anybody on the show here today?
You always cry, baby, man. You gotta stop.
So here's the thing.
Let me just say this to you.
We have our folks who have been following the show.
You're welcome, but stop crying all the time.
Nobody crying. You feel as though you're the only smart person on the show.
We have our folks who have been they've been
not smart.
That's what you project yourself to be.
Guys, let's forget that. We have our folks following the show. We need to give them the time now to make their input. So, folks, the number is up there. That's the WhatsApp line. You can call now and make your input, make your contribution. What do you make of the topic, the conversation tonight? What are your thoughts? You can call via WhatsApp tonight and make your input on the discussion. So let me see if I can make this quick adjustment. Okay, so yeah, so you have the number there. You can call in now and make your input. Let's take our first caller. Hello. Oh no, we lost this person.
How ain't gonna be the same with the last time. You think so?
You want to provide your number as well?
No, I can't do it right now because I'm using my phone.
You can put my number.
You won't put a number over there.
Okay.
Who will put a number?
Francis, if another agree for all to put your number up.
My number been up before for I wanted to do show.
Yeah, well, I'm out doing the fire.
Not even the fire, not even the donation. Even when I do the giveaway show, my number been up. So it's 1610.
Okay, so just write it in the private chat, then I can easily copy it from there. But let's take our first caller. Yeah, good evening. Go ahead. You're live.
Yes, let me quickly appreciate the panelists on the show tonight, and I send my greetings to everyone on the show. I just called to respond to what Francis was saying. One of the misleading things he said on the platform at his body's movement.
What was that?
For Francis to say there in the United States of America or whatever he found himself to say. Firstly, the first question to Francis is, these 20 vehicles that have been received, what are the procedure? What are the process or the processes that President Baka met in bringing them to this country? Were they transported by the country money? We all know that fuels, when it comes to the issue of fuels, the country is going to provide fuel for these 20 vehicles. So it is very possible for Liberians to question their government whenever they are doing things unusual, whenever they are doing things illegal.
Okay. So what's your point, sir? I just want you to go to the point so we can take others. What's your
the Ministry of Information and the Press Secretary Kula Fofana to address the concerns of the Liberian people, because this issue was the yellow machine issue have been the worst issue in the country now as we speak. The people need to address the issue.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for.
Francis, you sent a number to Nessie, right? But Nessie right now, I think having a little difficulty in internet.
But Francis, you want to call your number out?
If you are out in the US or you got WhatsApp, the number to call also is 61.
Oh yeah, you can do it. Yeah, call it.
470-470-9142. 610-470-9142.
Okay, Nessie on.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to edit this thing to get okay, so I think Francis, your number is here as well. Okay, so that's the number, right, Francis?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take more calls. So let's talk to this person. Hello. Please go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
Hey Nelson, this is AJ from Hawaii.
Okay.
So my contribution tonight, right? So the great United States that we live in donate to smaller countries. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna call on the line. So just hold on 1 second.
So Francis,
please mute. Once you're doing that, you can mute Francis so we don't get the conversation in the caller. AJ, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
So the reason why they donate to these smaller nations is it's always interest attached to it.
Yeah.
But the United States does that either to secure a vote at the United Nations. So when someone comes to you and donates something to you, there's no obligation. But someone want to donate to you. So when that time comes to make a decision, you have to think about someone that have donated to you compared to someone that have never did anything for you. So it doesn't mean someone want to take advantage of you.
Okay.
But if we just look at it in the aspect of someone want to take advantage of you if they donate to you, then that's the wrong way to look at it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your input. Let's see if we can take it. Okay, Francis, you have a call there, right? Go ahead.
Yes, I do. What's the other person calling? Hold on. All right, caller, what's the name and where you calling from?
My name is Edwin Clark, and I call from Minnesota.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, we can hear him very well.
All right, go ahead, Edwin. You got 1 minute. Make a point.
Thank you, President. First, I'll say thanks to every one of you on the panel tonight. Let me just say this, my brother. We Liberians, we are very smart set of people. But sometimes some of our brothers and sisters make us to appear like we are not smart. Example is basketball. Sometimes basketball, please. I mean, we don't understand that your citizens feel that Liberia should be looking at from a party angle, or we should run Liberia from a party angle. And some of you believe that, but the fact that the mistake that we made by electing we as president, you are still getting to believe that Liberia wants to be as that president. Anything that is not exactly, but please, sometimes let us be realistic to ourselves. Let us want.
All right, brother. You got 30 seconds, brother.
A lot of people listen to Francis. A lot of people sometimes listen to it. Not only Liberia that monitor the show, my brother. And not because those people is very centered or those are security people is centered to the country. Very important.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hello, caller. What's the name and where you calling from? Hello.
Hey, Francis, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good. What's the name and where you calling from?
Look, my name is I can't even get on this number. My name is Harry. So here's my take. Look, I know
Liberia is in a terrible state now, right? So the gift, there's a reason why the law provides that the president, in receiving gifts from foreign countries, you have to do that in line or in agreement with the Congress or with the House of Gather here in Liberia. There's a reason for that, because normally they are part of the purse, right? They control the money. So I mean, it is legitimate for Liberians, or even including myself, in America, I support President Walker to be concerned with these massive gifts, because look, taking or leaving, Liberia is a corrupt country. We are corrupt. So these things got a lot of attachments. The guy who giving the gift to the president maybe doing a good faith, but there could be a lot of attachment in terms of making business.
Okay.
And if you can consider the level of which Liberian government loses tax revenue, because folks come over there with this corrupt mind, heavy agenda.
Can we just wrap up in 10 seconds so we can go to the other line?
Yes.
All right.
Just a second, I'm going to wrap up. So one of the areas that we're going to be concentrating is paying tax to government. Folks come there with a good faith, but then you don't know what's on their mind, and they don't pay tax to government because of these kind of deeds.
Thank you, brother.
We don't know how to work with the government. We don't know the inside and out.
Thank you.
Just got to be very concerned and raise these kind of issues and concern. That's all that matters.
Thank you. I appreciate your input. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Next thing, got a caller? I got another one coming in.
Okay, yeah. So you can take 3 more.
Where you calling from? I'm sorry. What's the name and where you calling from?
The person is very low. Can
you turn down your monitor and use the phone?
Yeah, okay. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Okay, go ahead. You got 1 minute.
He's low and he's breaking in.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, caller. What's the name and where you calling from?
Yeah, thank you, friends. I'm Harrison Badiwo, calling from Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa.
All right, let's go. In 30 seconds, we're about to take the final call after you.
Yeah, my take here, brother, is the bigger question we should be looking at. All these companies that have been operating in Liberia since after this war. How many of them are even donated anything? How is Liberia benefiting? What's about those companies? How do they call them? People to bomb in our whole Liberia and how long because they went there and brought some money just to bring them back. Why are we benefiting from those people? So a businessman has a different feature business is donating, is showing up goodwill towards our country.
Thank you.
Why would we sit and be critical or skeptical about accepting gift from the people? The gift that they're talking is a government official should not receive personal gift.
Thank you.
When somebody donated to the country, then you say legislator will approve for the donation.
Thank you so much. Let hold you there. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Bye-bye. All right, Nelson.
Yeah, so I think we can do our closing now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start our closing.
Let's take the numbers down so people don't think we're still taking call.
Nelson, you got that information I sent you, right?
Yeah, I got your information. You're gonna close with it.
Yeah, remove the numbers so don't think we're still taking call.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. So let's get Sandy, start your closing. Then we're gonna go around.
Well, we had another good show tonight. Although we were, on one topic, but I think this topic can expand to other issues affecting Liberia. I commend again the president for what he brought to the country, or whether it's through the vice president. But what we see today, it means a lot for our police department. The fire trucks mean a lot for the only international airport we have. The generator or generators, I heard there are 2. It means a lot. 3, I will want us to even try, start getting away from generator to maybe a solar panel for, but the gifts we are getting, while it is true that we also commend them, I do agree with the other side that say, let us also question the motives, right? But for me, I will wait to see, what the individuals behind the donation, what their intent is, right? Or their intents are. If they want to do genuine business with our country, Liberia is open for business. If they are going to do business, we will also, expect that our government will follow the rules that are on the book. But again, I think the only slight difference between these vehicles coming from Mr. Abraham Mahama and the yellow machine is that I think we got clear communication this time that these are donations. So again, our police need them. I want to see the Liberia Police Department prioritize. We need them to be well uniformed. We need them to have the right vehicles to travel around our cities and the entire country. Police presence in our neighborhoods will help to minimize crimes. And vehicle like this will help. Again, like I said earlier, I want them to start thinking about pickup trucks. So those that want to help our police and the security in general, please bring them pickup trucks. Bring them pickups. Don't have to be those pickup trucks, but bring them pickups that will be that they can easily use across the country. But we need them, and we need them like many years ago. We need bikes. We need police to have bikes, to get around the cities and the neighborhoods very easily as well. So again, great discussion tonight. All of this is in the interest of Liberia. I don't think the various perspective we have on this is bad. I think we just have different opinions, and it's all good for our country. These debates are very important. So, good, gentlemen, great show, and it's good to be here with you guys as always. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Raymond, you want to go? Then we'll bring Vasco in.
Liberians, I'm speaking to you. Gratitude is an important thing. Any individual who lacks gratitude is an ingrate, and an ingrate do not deserve good things. We have a country that is amongst least developed countries. We are the 5th for being the poorest country of all the countries in the world. And we are here arguing on an intent of a goodwill to our country that will alleviate the suffering of our people. Well, I can't put my fingers around it. No wrong committed, but you are assuming that it will be a wrong. And so a good thing must be wrong. Who are you? Who are you? You pray for blessings. When blessings come, you call it curse? Who are you? Not proven wrong, but your mind create a wrong. Who are you? Liberians, is there something wrong with us? What is our curse? Questions to answer, and let your conscience answer that question. The legislators do not have to approve gifts that come to the country through the executive. No law says it. But if our minds starts to imagine that, we have a problem. We listen to politics too much until we are so ill-informed. We listen to gossip and arguments, and we hold on to them as Lord and gospel. Without verifying those things, there's a problem with us. We have to search our hearts, and we have to ask ourselves, are we patriotic or are we bitter people? Because bitter people find problem with everything. Even if you give them food, they will say, why you didn't put alcohol oil on it? Or why you didn't put butter? They will always find a fault in anything.
Then you go
If
find
that's
your own
who,
butter to put on the food.
if that's who we are, we have to change. Gratitude will make any human being happy, will make any human being live long, and make any moment pleasant. But when you don't have gratitude, no matter you in heaven, you will complain. That is too cold, too much sun, the people too happy, the people too good, they gotta be having a motive. And that's just your shadow. That's just a reflection of your character. When you can see evil in everything, you are evil. When you can see wrong in everything, you are wrong. When you can see bad in everything, you are bad. That's your frame of your mind that you are just reflecting. Let us put our country first and the development of our country and everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Raymond. Vasco, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. I mean, you see, sometimes when these things happen, we try to make things right for at least, because we know where the government coming from. We know that this government told us that we did everything wrongly in the country. But Nelson, since these people came to power, I mean, I stand to be corrected. I haven't seen anything that people would do with us. And all these processes, they are simple rules you just need to follow. Who will not be happy for gift, or for police vehicle, for yellow machine? This is not how government should be behaving. What will it take you when somebody want to issue you gift? They got people that represent the Liberian people. Deal with these people. Talk with these people. Look, we got somebody. This is why the person want to give for. Once the guys go on the Capitol Hill, then they score their thing, they come out to the Liberian people. Oh, so person is about to give us something for the country. And this is no screen attached. We stand to give nothing in return for what we're getting. But we're doing things secretly, and then you opening up Pandora box for people to speculate. And that's what we'll be doing. If you cannot do anything the right way, people will say what they want to say. And when we say it, then people come on the show and use voice on us, Nancy. Today will be the last day. This thing, everyone, we are meant true. We got children. We come here, you say your own, I say my own. The way you see it and the way I see it are two different ways. So if I say my own, I know y'all always respond to me. And Anthony, when Anthony say, when I say my own, y'all respond to me. Besides Sandy, that will never come in. And when we say, they didn't come after all and say that. No. So when we say what we have to say, how we see things, that is my view. If you don't like what I'm saying, say your own.
Yeah, you're right, Vasco. Every individual is entitled. Every single person is entitled
to use voice on me or tell me you this and you that. I mean, it's not right, man. We shouldn't be doing it.
We're not going that route. We're not going that route.
Yeah, you are not. Yeah, he ain't use a warrior on me. Everybody else saw it or listening to him.
No, guys.
I said they're not intellectual, then they say Vasco that also because real intellectual don't behave like this. But
thank you. You guys know Vasco is very intellectual. You should see us.
That's why you tell me, Jenna, go tell me in the chat room, not on the show, you on the radio. You know, in the chat room, but any kind of warrior use on me, I can't.
Naive is not correct.
So
you can't say that to your boss. You can't say it to your people.
No, guys, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Say thank you.
The chat room, I will accept it.
Let's take a mobile. I think Francis, you close, right?
No, not yet.
Francis, do your closing.
Yeah, let me do my closing.
Give me the last, Leslie.
So,
Leslie, give me the last.
All right, my Liberian people, the problem here is opposition life is good for citizens. ANC with our 7 to 1% always want to jump there too. So they'll continue to be with CDC, y'all being the same boat. And everybody entitled to their own opinion, but not to your own facts. So you try to say something here on a national platform what can impact the decision of our people in Liberia, we will check you. You can check me, we can check each other. So nobody gonna say I thought my own, let me you thought your own. That one is not gonna fly on this national platform. If my opinion is wrong, you should check me because I'm misleading our people. So if you give false narrative here, we'll check you. So my people, when they talk about when you bring in gift, at least go to the lawmaker, let the lawmaker then look at it, then they bring it. No, that's not how it works. If that gift or that thing that may give it to the country, if that man say, I'm giving it to you so I can take something from you, then we're going to the lawmaker. But if the maker and say, I give it something to the executive for the country, no strings attached, you don't have to go to no lawmaker if it's in the interest of the company. That may not taking a gift, giving the president Parker said, take it to Joe Jr., take it to your nephew then, to your uncle then, you're using on your farm for personal use. That's not how what's going on here. So they might not lie to you saying that anybody that bring gift, anybody that bring Google thing to give to the Liberian people that will help all the people in Liberia, not only the children in the last 18 years, George Weahta and Ellington, all the Google thing in account for the company that are working in the country right now, they take it for themselves. They put in their own pocket, then they tell the company there, go steal all our resources. That's not what happening here. They told the police it will help to catch them on the road then that be jacking your thing there. That when you call 911, police may in Montserrat or Morovia, when I say rent keke, let me count for the person. When they can arrest the person, do not say rent a second keke, let me carry the person, they will get car. And who that car benefiting? It benefiting you, the Liberian people. So they might not lie to you and say, you can go to the lawmaker there. What kind of secret deal? They're lying. That why there will always be opposition. But we check each other's opinion here. You're not coming with an opinion and lie. You tell your own opinion, but not your own facts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Francis. Let's take Anthony, and then Officer Johnson will come in. Then Mobile will take us on.
So I want to thank everyone for the time. Great show again. The sadness here, there is the myth that they play on the right stop and they play another person right begin. False statement. If you and I have the same rights, you and I have the same right. That right uphold both of the same way. If I'm not supposed to run a stop sign, you're not supposed to run a stop sign. So I don't know where my own right stop and where your own begin. Anyone that use that phrase, you are not intellectual. They sound because it doesn't make no sense. We all have the same rights. Number two, my opinion are not supposed to be attacked. When you attack my opinion, you are as ignorant as it is as well, because it is my opinion and I'm entitled to it. That's my entitlement. Now, when I give in facts and the fact is inaccurate, you can say you spoke of these things and yeah, the facts. But what I feel about something is my opinion. And that's what it is. The circumstance here is that when you question something, you are the most ignorant person because you question it. But we're supposed to question things. If you and your wife in the house, you keep bringing things in the house, and you say, honey, I know that friend gave it to you, but who that friend that giving it to you? That bad thing? Nothing wrong with that. She can say, oh, but honey, leave that thing, get eat. No, you will not feel satisfied. You ask. Even though it may benefit you, but you ask. Liberia is a country, we must ask.
Are you hungry? You just be asking questions. To ask questions and to eat your God before first.
Listen, here's the thing here. I am a beneficiary of a good concession. Lamco Yekepa, same as Beaumont. The American Swedish company. They built a hospital, gave us good schools. I mean, all the immediate thing you think about, we got it. They used to call Yekepa Small America because we have paved road, we have telephone in the street. You go to the street, press the last 4 digits of your father's badge number, the line's open, you die outside Yekepa and call anywhere in the country. We used to call strictly America. All right? So we know about good concession. But since then, is the only company that concession was the best in the country. We have not had any better concession than the Lanco company. You can challenge that other information I put out there. So when we asking question here, we are not against anything. My statement that I made, my opening statement was, the president told us that he knew that the country had no working vehicle in 14 counties. Only 8 vehicles were in Maserado. If he knew that before the national budget was drafted from the finance ministry and the executive signed it, he was supposed to prioritize our national security, especially the national police. There is a clear correlation to the donation today and the president's love of the country that he projected.
Again, Francis, not Francis, but Anthony, again, like I said, the president does not make appropriations. The Ministry of Finance will do that draft. It's the legislature that makes the appropriation. The only thing the president can do when they carry that budget before him is either he look through it and agree with everything that's there, or he signs. Let's say, he agrees and signs it, or if he doesn't, if he has issues with the budget, send it back to the legislature.
That is true. So did the president prioritize police, national security in the national budget that was originated from his own finance ministry? He appointed the finance minister. Did he prioritize national police
now that
and
the president should be involved? You are saying now the president should be standing on top of the finance minister here, and be more like controlling the finance minister.
The finance minister
has a duty. He has a responsibility. He's given a job to do.
Yeah, but the finance minister works for the president. He runs the president agenda. The president sets the tone. The finance minister is running on the arrest agenda of the administration of Joseph Yuma Boaka, His Excellency. The finance minister is not working on his own. It's His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boaka agenda that the finance minister is running on. So if this president truly believes that he believed in rescuing Liberia, and he already told us today that he knew that the police were out of vehicle, he should have prioritized national security. That is my point.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Officer Johnson, you want to go? Then Mobile will take us home.
Yes, sir. Hey, well, say we're talking about donation. I come here ask her to make donation, and nobody will question. Nobody should question my donation. So let me use this.
Congratulations to your association. I said congratulations to your association.
Thank you. Let me use this medium. First of all, on the topic that we had tonight, let me say this quickly. I'm not saying that the government, the executive should go and report all the time when they're getting gifts to the legislatures. But I'm saying if the legislatures ain't happy, let them get up their butts and do the work of the Liberian people. Call a hearing and inquire and call this thing, call a spade a spade. Let it be done so the director or the IG and the others can do their work, because they want to do their work. But I like the way the IG is moving. He's not waiting for them, unlike them who's sitting on Capitol Hill, waiting to be pocketing money.
On life.
So I want to say that we have an association in Liberia. I spoke to Nelson earlier. It's called the Association of Liberian Law Enforcement Professionals. We're about almost 70-something members in the United States of America, the continental USA. We decided to put this organization together because you see the key word over there is professionals. This career we're in, there are different aspects of it, not just police, but immigration. There are Liberians working immigration, border patrols, Liberian working sheriff department, different areas. So the organization was extended to both active and retired, and also those who working directly. As you can see, our sister Steen Bongay there, because she worked directly in the Phoenix Police Department. So this coming weekend, the 27th of July 2024, Saturday, is going to be our inaugural ball. What this organization is for is to help bring the ideas together of all. And let me put a disclaimer there. You're in Liberia, we want your jobs. Let me get it straight. We don't want your job. Our organization is here to benefit ourselves, for our mental health, to check on each other, to have our various sessions, but to also see how we can contribute back to Liberia in a very special way that other organizations can be doing. So when it's come for training, we know that the United States training is technically, they're one of the best training in the world. And you got all the professionals in America, like they got the professional of American doctors, they go home and they do surgery, they do work. So these are things we're trying to do with our organization. So Lieutenant Suku, you see over there, those are all people with high rank. That's a sergeant over there, Z. Giller, Officer Ernest Roberts, California. The Minnesota people, they're all converging this weekend. It's going to be a big gathering. Police, different uniforms, everything. But the attire will be black tie. So Friday is our meet and greet. Saturday is our convention where we're going to be electing our leaders. And Saturday night is the ball, inaugural ball, and installation of our leaders. The event there is black tie and African attire. It's going to be at 2315, sorry, Brinkley Road, Fort Washington, Maryland, USA, 2074. Now, if you want to if you can make it to be there to support us, you can make a donation. The number to Zelle is 240-643-1837. That's 240-643-1837. It's going to be fun. Don't be scared. You're going to be protected. Everybody over there, our police officer, our law enforcement officer, we're going to be armed and we're going to be protected. So you're not going to get robbed. Nothing going to happen to you. Don't be scared. These are your Liberian brothers and sisters. Come and support this group because we are going to be the help that eventually, hopefully, Liberia will need our skill set, meaning for training, for whatever you can think about when we get to that level. But for now, we're trying to put ourselves together to, seek our own self. And I just want to say in closing, a couple of my colleagues were shot at a couple of weeks ago while on duty. So this job we're doing, pray for your Liberian brothers and sisters that are working in law enforcement in this country. It is very dangerous and scary. And every day we go to work, we encounter danger. So this Saturday, it's going to be one day where we're just going to fellowship, come together. And if you're in the DMV area, the DC, Maryland, Virginia, wherever you are, make it your duty to come this weekend. If you can't make it, just buy a ticket. The money going to go for a worthy cause. I don't do this often. When I join organization, I'm in it for a cause. And I'm a professional myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Officer Johnson. We'll send a bill to you right after the show.
I will pay. Check with Ami. I will pay.
Yeah, man, you did a commercial on the people radio.
But I want to say thank you, man. And this is a great one. We hope Liberians out there can be of help. I saw Sandy nodding his head, a clear indication that he's contemplating on a change of profession. He told me when he came to Liberia that he wants to be a law enforcer. He said he want to be a law enforcer.
The man say he want to donate. The man say he want to send some money there.
Yeah, so definitely I will donate, officer, and hopefully some of our donation will go towards getting maybe a pickup for the Liberian National Police, But I will definitely donate. Thank you so much for this organization. I mean, it's great. And our own girl, Stem is also on there as well. Yeah,
Stem worked with the Phoenix Police Department. She worked in the police in the chief office. So that's why this organization. And quickly, our guest speaker is going to be no other than the Honorable former CID and SSS and Police Director Charles King.
Pap King.
Yeah, Pap King.
Okay.
He's going to be our guest speaker.
Mr. King should be our guest anytime soon.
Yeah, Papa is solid. Very solid.
Yeah, but he's solid. He's good, and he's a professional. He has a wealth of expertise. A wealth of knowledge in that area that Liberia should even be eager to tap from. Especially at this point. We don't value our professionals. We say, man, and I send it out in Grange. They few times they may well in Grange there. I beg you, yeah. Or when that fast food are on tertiary, Raymond are on tertiary, I beg you, yeah. Did I mean it? But when they make out something like big girl and say I come from Buzebé Republic, I am a Buzebean, and we want to revitalized. You know, he starts speaking some kind of BB gram. It's oh, everybody, you know, that's the sad thing about it. But again, I think we should celebrate.
I want some of that respect on this show here.
Nelson, why are you mimicking? Nelson, why are you trying to mimic comics? Stop that, man. Don't do that.
Don't use me to chew your pepper. Don't use my butt to chew your pepper. You want that to
even forget about comics.
Office on hands.
I'm looking forward to
Office on
Vasco
hands.
this weekend. Vasco's gonna be my special guest. You're gonna walk in with
Office
me.
on hands.
Sir.
Tidisha can donate to.
Who?
Anybody can do this, man. Need a citizen, baby.
The people organization isn't attached to political party.
Thank you. My man, law enforcement, more especially law enforcement, I get party, my man.
I get classification.
But Nelson, you know something?
My man, do my closing now.
Yeah.
Don't feel like talk.
If I can say my donation, it means say, oh,
yeah, when you say your donation, don't put Joe. We have
Nelson, if you look at
Vasco, don't put George. We have picture in the donation. That's all.
But guys, let's give.
Yeah, it was a great show. You know,
the best they were close here.
But not close, my man. I'm entirely of close.
Sandy, you see that comment highlight that?
But go ahead.
There are two people on there that I trust. Eric, that's a good observation. But there are two people on there I trust.
End of the day, we are Liberians. We want the best for Liberia. It's not about politics. We know politics. Everybody like the Honorable Zopena emphasized on party will go, but Liberia will stay here. Country will stay. We all will come back. We say we're from UP, we're from ANC, we're from CDC. But guess what? All the party thing will go, but Liberia will still be Liberia. If I lie, look at doing the two-way party and the two where are they today? So all we need to do, let us pull Liberia first. We all understand the donation, people complaining, people saying all kinds of stuff about it. A general donation, but forgetting to know that the donation is for country, it's not for individual. And the Liberian people will benefit. How? They will benefit. If there's any crime going on, anybody trying to rob somebody, armed robbery going on. When you call it Liberian National Police, they don't need to call motorbike. They will get in their car and go settle their issues. The last time I can remember before during the election period, we were on the show where our robbery was going on, and guess what happened? They were calling on the show to call the police RG, at that time our Patriot Suru, to send people there. And the people said they were just passing around, they didn't know where to go, and they didn't get vehicle to go, they didn't get motorbike. And well, you know, like these things happen. But how can we fix it? How can we fix it? And what JMB trying to do? And everything on politics is I think it's wrong, my brothers. It's wrong. Let us focus on the big picture. What we can benefit. What we can benefit. I think, and let me not close by saying this. One of the things that will make me really, really satisfied with the government, I want the government to open their own government station. What I mean station? A building like a gas station for every government vehicles. Police car, cars for the representative, for the senator, so that the money that they can give them, it can go back to government revenue. In this country, I think my brother hands is my witness. I've seen a lot of time while in Jersey, certain part of Jersey, they'll get certain station there. I always used to see the police cars. I used to see no different car but police cars. Go there to go fill that tanks. I used to see all the time while going by I think Marlboro area or something. This how I mean that is what or how government operates. Because end of the day, all the money going back to government revenue. It's not going to individual pocket where you get somebody full fact gas coupon and they go spare out to girlfriend and other people. And end of the day, they say they need more. But if the government having to get feed their own car with gas or gasoline, you know what happened? It will boost the economics. A lot of money will come into revenue because it ain't no like from the government. I mean from the people to the government. From the people to the from the government official to the government. So you find out that things will work out smoothly. I just begging the president, let the president look into that and see how they can establish that identical. If it calls on to put on the bill, in the House of Representatives, to pass it, the legislature to pass it, if somebody can put a bill on and come up with a dollar or something, it will be better. It will be in the interest of the government, and also the Liberian people would save more taxpayer money.
Thank you very much, Bob. I think we had a great show. I want to say thanks to our folks out there. Thanks to all the people who took up their time to watch the show. It's been
Man, that's 1 second, man. Hence, how to join our organization, man. The last time
you don't want to do that, man. Moba, you don't want to do that. You are in a chat room with hands.
Hands are very man, and I tell the man.
Yeah, Moba, let's handle that thing behind the scenes.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but I want to say thank you to everyone tonight. It's been a great show. The conversation was engaging. Again, we take the sides we take. Sometimes, not because anybody hate Liberia. We all love our country. We want to see Liberia do better. It's just that we see things with different lenses. The other man is standing on the left side and seeing it from the left angle. The other person sees it from the right angle. But we all want to see Liberia do better, and we want our country to progress. Sometimes in this space, I will play the devil's advocate, so and I don't mind you beating me in the comment section. I saw somebody say, I'm a close my work on more and go be a CDC I want to be. At the end of the day, we appreciate we appreciate all of you.
The comment.
Your interaction, your engagement in the comment section is very important. We appreciate you. As much as you can be safer in doing that. For me, I don't mind. The only thing, don't go to the extreme where you start to, use serious invectives. But at the end of the day, you can disagree with us in the comment section. We love that. We appreciate that. When we're making the analysis, we can be looking in the comment section too to see what you're saying. And just know that we appreciate all of you. I saw a lot of folks are following. Councilor Verda was following closely. And I saw a lot of officials of government following as well. It's a good thing that you can always come on here, and we look forward to being here again tomorrow. Until then, everyone have a good night. Let me just recognize a few people. I see James Walcott. Oh, perhaps how are you here and you in the comment section? So you got to decide where you want to be. Eric Dentor is here. Johnson Williams is here. Johnson has been following from Kakata City. Okay. Freeman. Divine and Grace, Lofty, Lofty is always with us, man. We appreciate you, Lofty. Thanks for always being here. Lovette, sorry. Yeah, that's Lofty. And I Lofty there.
Who they call Lofty? Oh,
thank you for being here, Lofty.
Lofty.
Rosaline, Moses Colley, Rosaline Gaulo, Moses Colley, all of you, man. We appreciate every single person for being here. We look forward to being here tomorrow again. Until then, have a good night, and we want to say bye for now. Officer Johnson, you want to say something quickly?
Yeah, if you don't see me, I think you'll be able to see me this week because we on a detail coming out this week. So my 26 on you, yeah. Thank you.
Wait.
Look at trouble.
You see. So like you're coming from yeah. No, they may trying to create the avenue where he will. Everything else. We want to everything. Make it to all.
We're in the chat room.
We know you're hey ha. You can listen, but make it to all. Thanks.